All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same app. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being nicknamed Carebear, standing behind the bar, Kieran Hickey Simple, and I'm joined here today with 2 gentlemen who played football, but not the most popular football. One of them being my boss, Emmanuel Acho, in the building. How are we doing today?
Beautiful people. Hey, we had an incredible show yesterday, but we are about to have an even better show today. I do not know if y'all watch what Lionel Messi did today, but we got to talk about it. Giannis Antetokounmpo apparently on the brink of being traded, as is Shedeur Sanders. What a show! Hey, consider us your online family. If it's your first time watching a Speakeasy, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are your escape from what might be a strenuous life. If we have done anything for you all, it would mean everything to us. Y'all hit the subscribe button and then hit the like button. It pushes us further into the algorithm. More people got to see the show. And last but definitely not least, we don't want to talk at you. We want to talk with you. So if you want us to talk back, just drop a super chat. Carebear, turn me up.
Also joining us here in the Speakeasy is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. The Philadelphia Eagles all-time leading rusher, the shiftiest gentleman to ever play the running back position outside of Barry Sanders. He said that himself. But also, the shiftiest in arguments you will ever see in all of sports media. LaShawn Shady McCoy in the building.
I'm ready to argue because I'm hearing, we talked about Lomaine yesterday. Lomaine, what's
Lamine?
Oh, sorry.
Lamine, your
sorry.
ball.
I like Lomaine chicken. All right, Lamine yesterday about he's the greatest 18-year-old, more than LeBron. That was a conversation. Now today's Messi. Let me guess, he's better than Jordan and Tom Brady.
Yeah, maybe. That might be the case. Also joining us here, a man who appreciates the world's game a little bit more than LaShawn Shady McCoy does. He's also a father, soon to be father times 2. I'm talking about Social Trey in the building. How we doing today, Trey?
What's good, fellas? And it's good to see y'all. I don't really have much to add today. Kieran is constantly finding ways to copy off me. Went and got the same car I got, and trying to be fresh like me now with his soccer kit. It's just
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you should copy me and get a new contract, Brokey. Look, we have a great show for you guys today. First, we got to start off with the biggest news in the world right now. Lionel Messi, the GOAT of all GOATs, did it again. He has now scored the most World Cup goals in FIFA World Cup history, passing Miroslav Klose. It was 17 when he did it the first time. He went ahead and got himself a brace as well. Guinness World Records went ahead and made it official. All of the records broken by Lionel Messi today. Most FIFA World Cup goals by a player, 18 of them. Most FIFA World Cup matches played by an individual with 28 of them. Most matches won by a player at the football / soccer FIFA World Cup. Football, soccer. Most minutes played in the World Cup as well. We are witnessing history. Also, Lionel Messi has now produced 5 goals in 2 games, scoring every single one for Argentina in this World Cup in 2026 in the great United States of America. He is carrying again in his 6th World Cup, making history, doing things we have never, ever seen before. Fellas, it's time to have the conversation, because I don't really think it's a conversation, but we have to have the conversation. Who's a more talented athlete? Is it Lionel Messi? Or is it Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
What? That's a good question.
What? Should be LeBron.
That's a good question.
LeBron's more talented than Jordan.
Oh my God, I can't even do it.
I think it's impossible to argue that any athlete's more talented or more impressive than Lionel Messi. I just think it's impossible to argue. He has the most goals in La Liga history. Then he has the most goals in World Cup history. Then after 36 every evasive years, he brings Argentina its World Cup after such a long drought. I just think it's impossible to argue that anybody is more impressive than Lionel Messi. I mean, think about what he does. He comes to play MLS soccer for sport, and then he goes back to represent Argentina, and through 2 World Cup games has 5 goals, all of Argentina's goals through those 2 games. For context, it would almost be like Michael Jordan in the playoffs dropping a 60-point game, then a 50-point game back-to-back. Like, that is to some degree what we are witnessing on this World Cup with Lionel Messi. Not to mention the 7 goals he had in the World Cup in which they won 4 years ago. So, in my mind, it is near impossible to argue that anybody is more accomplished than Lionel Messi. If you want to say somebody's more talented, I could hear that. Jump higher, run fast, I could hear that. But more accomplished than Messi, it's near impossible to argue.
This is ridiculous. Yo, next time I need to know the questions before I even get 2 days before I get here. Are we talking about Michael Jordan from the Bulls?
Jeffrey.
That ball dude
Karen,
from the 90s.
Karen, who did Messi do this against?
Austria today was a good team.
Name me some athletes from there. Name me some players from there. Some athletes. Tell me some of them. Who?
David
Anybody.
Alaba.
Who?
David Alaba. He's really solid center back
who's
defender.
that?
He's one of the better defenders of the era.
Come
David
on,
Alaba,
man.
yeah.
Like, I'm tired of talking about these countries and disrespecting them because I don't want to. But we naming countries that we don't know nobody from there, no athletes, what they look like, how tall they are, how quick they are. We don't know nothing about these guys. America has the best athletes, right? So it's more impressive to see Michael Jordan go against other great athletes from America than talking about, man, this is crazy though. Because like, I'm starting to really think that you guys are serious. I thought before maybe we say we pushing the show, we pushing soccer, because America, like, we gotta force soccer on us, right? Everywhere you go, they're trying to like promote it because they're trying to force it,
The world.
And I'm thinking like now you guys are being serious. Like, it's starting to sound like if the NBA Finals was playing and what is it called? The World Cup is playing. Now the argument is like, which ones you watch? Which I thought was crazy. But now you think you would watch.
It's not an argument. You're watching a World Cup.
You're watching the World Cup.
It's not even a conversation.
The Super Bowl's on. You watching?
I'm watching the Super Bowl.
Now it's a conversation.
This is
Yeah.
crazy,
Now it's a
yo.
conversation.
Now we can talk.
Yo,
No.
real quick, the Knicks and the Spurs, little ass market Spurs. I think the last game was 17 million people
million
watched.
views, yeah.
Like that's impressive because this ain't a world sport,
That's
right?
the problem.
No. But I'm saying for you to have 17 million just watching that, and it's not a world thing where they're trying to push it everywhere in different countries. This is ridiculous, man.
Here's what's not ridiculous.
This is
Shady.
ridiculous, yo.
I do not think you fully comprehend
I don't.
the greatness of Messi.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
scoring at 18 in the World Cup, then backdoor here. What is he now? 38.
Oh,
38.
Then
Yeah.
backdoor at 38. And having 5 goals through 2 games, all 5 of his team goals, I do not think you're fully comprehending the greatness of the individual that is Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is not like an American athlete of whom Americans praise. Lionel Messi is a man of whom the entire world esteems.
Yeah.
The whole world, everybody in it.
Also,
You know what it is?
hold up. Let me jump in.
Hold
here.
on. This is what it is, though, real quick. The problem is, America is full of foreigners. That's what
course,
America's made
of
of,
course.
right? But when people come here and they try to do sports, damn, we not gonna make it in basketball. Let's try football. We not gonna make it in football. Baseball, we might, but we probably gonna make it there. So now we go to soccer. It's not a big thing in America. So when they play, you got all these different races from different places.
Yep.
So they start cheering for Argentina and Mexico because the other real sports in America that we play, they can't compete with.
I was thinking about this the other day, and then Kieran, I'm gonna throw you to oop. Where I think you're wrong, Shady, is you
Where I'm
have
wrong?
made. Yes, here's where you're wrong. You have made the most important sports to America the most important sports to the world, but that's just not the case. What if Americans have looked at Argentina and said, "Dang, we can't compete with Argentina. Dang, we can't compete with Spain. Dang, we can't compete with Brazil. So let's dominate where we can dominate, which is football."
Wait, who's saying? Wait, hold on, real quick. Who's saying, "Damn, we can't compete with them"? Who's saying that?
I'm saying
Americans?
you are under the impression.
I'm under the impression that in America we don't play soccer
Why?
because it's not cool.
Okay, why isn't it cool? Because we're not good at it. Because they are better at it.
Hold up. Go back to your neighborhood.
Yep.
And you went to a private school. That don't matter
private
either. You go to your neighborhood and say, "Yo, we're about to go play soccer." How many people say, "You know what? Let's do it"?
Not many. But why is what I'm telling you.
Because what's so
Because
fun
we
about-
weren't good.
That's silly.
No, it's
What
inversing
do you
your
mean?
logic.
Yo, first of all, as a kid, I was great in soccer.
Yep.
Running around, I'm fast in everybody's, quick everybody's, kick the ball in the net. I'm good at that. I was good at, what's the other one? Track.
Yep.
Right? Good at track, cool. The problem is when you get older, what is cool? What's looked at as cool? The guys I want to be like ain't Messi. I can't even relate to Messi. But a dude's like Allen Iverson. I want to be like him. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith.
Because they look like you, which is fair.
Not even that. It's because like
they look like you. You know white people.
But it's not. It's more than sports. Like Michael Irvin was looked at as cool.
Sure.
You said Deion Sanders,
David Beckham, and Lionel Messi. Go ahead.
Deion Sanders is looked at as like cool. I want to be like that.
Sure.
I don't want to be like
who? Don't you say Ronaldo? Don't you say Messi?
Why
don't you say
like
Beckham?
Dudes, though?
Everybody wants to be like them, Shady. If you're talking about
he's
people
trolling.
want to be like,
he's trolling now.
In certain neighborhoods of America, I understand what Shady is.
I'm not talking about America. I'm saying the world.
The world, yeah.
America is the most popular thing in the world.
Ronaldo is looked at as like a demigod.
Ronaldo is the most famous man on the planet.
On the planet. That's what I'm saying.
No, he just is. That's a fact.
Not in my neighborhoods.
Not in America. Not America.
Yeah, not my neighborhoods.
Not in your neighborhood.
Not in your neighborhoods either.
But that's also that closed area that you're mentioning. Oh, you mentioned the NBA Finals. Let's talk about it. Shady, you mentioned the viewership in the NBA Finals this year because the New York Knicks and Wemby again. In the country, it averaged 20 million views. It's some of the best viewership
ever.
Yeah, ever. Right. Last season in the NBA Finals, when we had OKC and the Indiana Pacers, it averaged 10 million views. Right.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi had his opening World Cup game against Algeria.
Yeah.
Can you name a single athlete from Algeria? Can you name a single Algerian, Trey?
I can't name.
No, you can't.
You can't. Where it's on the globe.
Exactly. It was an opening group stage match against Algeria, and in this country, what do you think the viewership was for that game?
For this country?
Yeah, and in the United States, what do you think the viewership was for that game?
10 million.
Probably
17.7 million viewers tuned in the United States of America.
Group stage.
More than the NBA Finals last year to watch a group stage match between Lionel Messi and Algeria. What Lionel Messi is doing right now is the equivalent of what I'll explain to you. What Lionel Messi is doing right now is the equivalent of Michael Jordan after winning that last ring in 1998. If he would have left basketball, went to China, played for the Shanghai Sharks for 3 seasons, came back, and then had an MVP season and dropped 50 and 60 on the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. Yeah. That is what Lionel Messi is doing right now. Lionel Messi right now is doing the equivalent to what it would look like if LeBron James, after winning that bubble ring in 2020, left the sport of basketball in this country, went to Greece and played over there, then came back and dropped off everybody, still proving that he's the best basketball player in the world. That is the equivalent of what we're seeing right now from a 38-year-old Lionel Messi. He is the greatest athlete we have ever seen. And right now, he is just proving to be a GOAT of all GOATs. We've seen a bunch of players have the opportunity to go out there against bad competition. We've seen Ronaldo have the opportunity in previous World Cups to go out there against bad competition. We saw him at 37 years old last time? Younger, and he wasn't capable of doing what Lionel Messi's doing. That debate is more than dead at this point. Well, right now, there is no debate about who the greatest athlete in all of sports ever is. And if he wins a World Cup, we will be talking about Messi in Christ-like conversations.
No, we won't. I'll say this, though. You know what I learned today with my counselor?
What'd you learn?
Because I had to see her after talking to y'all yesterday about this soccer stuff. Yo, that's your opinion. You're not wrong. You know what, brother? You're not wrong. That's your opinion. I'm just trying to figure out, though, right? Have you been to a sports bar and watched some of these games?
Absolutely.
You have?
Yeah.
I went to an Argentina one.
Yeah.
What game did you go watch?
I watched France's opening game. I watched, what was the other game
I
ended up watching? I watched France's opening game.
So the other day I was meeting with
Watch the game today, France.
I was meeting with a client in Arizona, right? This player is one of the best. I'll tell you what. Wow. Anyway, and as I'm talking, I'm like, damn, there's so many people in here, right? I could talk to the owner. He gives us a nice little section, whatever. Mad people in there. It was the soccer games on. I'm like, wow, soccer? This is okay. Yo, it was Mexico. Nobody was speaking no English in there. They didn't speak a word of English in there. What? So what I'm saying is, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking this is an American thing, right?
Yep.
Ain't no English being spoke at all. So what I'm learning is that
what you learning, 2-5? What you learning?
Yes, the viewership is in America, but America is filled with a lot of foreigners. Sure. And when I'm in there was not one American in there but me and the other kid and his parents.
Yep.
And everybody else was Mexican.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, he's showing you the numbers about in America.
Yep.
But when you go to these when you go to these games and all that, and
they're Americans.
Ain't no Americans in there.
But all right, hold on.
Go ahead. I'm ready to cook.
The same amount of people that watched that game, the same amount of people that watched the 2025 NBA Finals, watched Argentina versus Algeria in the first game in English. So I don't want to hear that. They watch the game. They watch the American broadcast of the game.
Wait, say that again. I'm lost.
The same amount of people that watch the NBA Finals in 2025 between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder watched the American broadcast English version of Messi versus Messi in Argentina versus Algeria.
Listen, man. I don't know what you're trying to say here. I get it.
There was an additional 7 million that ended up watching it on Peacock.
Think about this for a moment. Imagine we're in America,
okay,
and there are so many avid fans of Mexico soccer, of Messi soccer, that the avid fans in America that live here, that are Argentinian, are more so than the basketball fans. Like, let that resonate in your spirit for a moment. 17 million people watch the NBA Finals. So we found 17 million Argentinians and fans from the different sects of America to pop out and watch a group stage game, not the final, Shady, a group stage game of Lionel Messi.
Are they from there? So
they live here.
No. Are they from the team that's playing? Argentina? Are they from there?
Probably first generation, second generation, or fans.
Okay, time out. Wait, slow down for a second.
Yep.
It's the same thing when a fighter is fighting somebody.
Sure.
And he's from wherever he's from.
Yep.
Everybody that's from that country
is gonna watch.
Of course. So what are we talking about?
Because how come?
What are we talking about?
Because Americans are American. We got 360 of us.
No. That's true.
Yes,
but that's
it has
why
to be.
I get that. But they are from somewhere.
Yeah,
of course.
You get all right.
They resonate more with the. I'm actually with Shady on this because when you look at the numbers say that Algeria Argentina game was 17.5 million viewers, right?
Yes.
Only 9 million of them tuned into the Fox Sports broadcast.
Only 9 is crazy. Only 9 is the same amount as NBA Finals viewership.
Because that means that 8.7 million is tuned into the Spanish broadcast because that is their native language. Thus, they have direct ties to either Argentina or some other South American or Mexican.
Well, what's the name of the plane? What's the point?
He's flying,
so yeah, I'm cruising. We have reached our peak altitude. I'm about to land this joint now. Put your seatbelts on. The seatbelts on. The captain is turning on. Because let me tell you, damn it, I'm with Shady McCoy on this.
Okay.
If half your viewership is just watching the damn game in Spanish, they not there for America. They not representing the American public.
Time out.
Cook them, Kieran.
Hold on. This is a you in Indiana being raised up there and me being raised in Texas difference.
Yeah, get 'em.
How many people in this country do you realize are Spanish speaking first that are citizens of the United States of America? Because I grew up with thousands of them.
Tons of them.
Thousands.
All right,
60 million people in this country speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And 60 million people in this country have Spanish heritage, are spoken to in Spanish. So guess what? When I'm going to my friend Andrew's crib to watch the game, and his whole family is Hispanic, they're all American. Some of them second, third generation American. What broadcast do you think they're watching?
They're watching they're watching the Spanish broadcast. You know what?
Yes.
But you know what else? But then when you unpack that, you peel back that next layer. What does that also mean? They don't give a fuck about basketball. That's what that means.
That's not true. Hold on. But that is my point. In America, you have a large sect of people who don't even care about the second most popular American sport. You're living in America and would rather watch soccer. That's how big soccer is. That's how big Messi is.
My point is this: their first love is soccer.
Boom.
So when I come to America to live here and I'm on my family live here, but we still love
all
soccer.
of the cultural normalcies.
And other things, a lot of other countries have more cultures than we have in America.
Of course.
Because we're all coming here. So we're gonna drink beer, we're gonna watch the soccer, we're gonna be cheering for the soccer because that's what they do. Their grandpop did it, their dad did it, they all do that. So when you say these things, it's not even about even like speaking Spanish or not. It's that what their culture is.
Sure.
What I'm saying is in America, all right, forget the culture stuff. Yo, we like sports.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we like sports that we can really compete at. And my thing is, it's hard for me to look at all these other countries that we really know nothing about telling me that these athletes can mess with American athletes. And soccer, we don't play it. Bro, everybody here is from different places of America.
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm going to start with Karen because you say Texas, all these Spanish people and all that. Yo, is it cool to play soccer or is it cool to play football?
In some places, it's cooler to play football in Texas.
Of course.
Of course it is.
In my neighborhood,
it's not what I'm
the same. Nobody's even like looking at that though. Like growing up, right? Like talking about the best soccer player is not even like a conversation.
That's not a conversation. They don't come up at the lunch table.
And the barbershop.
Recess.
The barbershop is the biggest sports conferences you're gonna get. I don't. Stephen A. Smith, he's good, but he
in
ain't
Black
in
America.
the
Yes,
and nobody's talking about some soccer.
But here's where
In Black
Shady is
America,
short-sighted,
yes.
right?
Like what?
Here's my problem with where Shady's at. It's like I went to private school. We know that. Went to private school. Went to church in the hood. Went to private school. So grew up around a lot of wealthy white people.
Yep.
You want to know what these wealthy white people don't care to be? Athletes when they grow up.
Cool.
Why? Because they're not going to be them.
Uh-huh.
And so as a result, I'm not going to be like, oh well, because you don't care to be this thing, that makes it less important. Yeah. You want to know what a lot of people where I went to church at want to be? Is athletes. Because they have a propensity to potentially be them. So, Shady, if you want to say we don't care to play soccer, I would suggest because we've never been good at it.
But we never.
So, like, Americans have never been good at it.
You gotta stop saying that.
We haven't.
But nobody, our best haven't even played it to find out if they're good at it or not.
I'm back before basketball was what it was. Back before the NFL, because the NFL's a very young
They was
league.
playing soccer.
World Cups have been going on.
Our best performance ever was 1930.
I'm asking you telling me that brothers, right? And real quick to go back to that. You said the rich people and all that, they might not want to be athletes, but they want to be around them.
Of course.
They pay a lot of money to get pictures with their kids.
because they want to be general managers.
Whatever. I don't know if you know that. I just know they want to be around athletes. Yeah, I don't know. That's
But that's what's
okay. Anyway, I just had to check that. Number 2 is, what were you talking about? Because I'm hot right now. 'Cause you ain't mad. About
World Cup.
Bet.
Yep.
So you said that the reason why we don't play because we're not good at it. I think that is crazy. Because anything we ever want to do, we become best at.
We could be good at it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We could be better. But can we be best?
We could possibly be the best.
But we will never know because nobody cares to do that. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing as like tennis. Like you can't say, oh, well, we never play tennis because we're not good at it. You can't say that because it's not cool to do. So we don't want to do it.
But the facts of the matter are the facts of the matter. Right now in the USA, our team that's going and representing us on the global stage, they're actually doing great right now. They're doing phenomenal.
Yeah,
but they're not going to win it.
Yeah.
Is what the main thing is.
I don't know on that.
But also this was my issue though. Earlier we were talking about, because I want to go back to that.
Get back to
we're
the
talking
point.
about all the
Get back
Spanish
to the
speakers
point.
or all these. Bro, y'all do realize Latinos make up more of this country than black people?
What about
at
it?
this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how are we going to act like they're not innately American?
No,
Like,
stop
I'm
that
not
saying.
acting like they're not American. What I'm saying is the
missing
viewership,
it.
the viewership numbers saying
That
that
shit counts though.
No, it doesn't.
Nah.
The saying
How does it not count?
Then how do we count, but they don't count?
How does our vote count? How do white people count when they might be from London or Germany or?
I'm not saying that.
What you saying?
They are
the hell you saying?
Latino speaking Americans.
Yes.
Are predisposed
onesie.
to have a strong affinity for the game of football. They
Sure.
are. So the numbers are only telling a part of the story.
How is it telling a part of the story?
What do you
How
mean?
is it telling a part of the story? When you look at U.S. viewership, it's telling you, hey, in this country, this is how many views there were. Basketball, sure,
Correct.
it's something that they might not be as prone to watch. But also, there's hella Hispanic fans of the league. My same friend Andrew that I mentioned earlier
Yep.
is a huge basketball fan.
Sure.
His dog's named Luca, for Christ's sake. Like what are we like?
And what sport does he
He's
in what sport?
you know this? He's Americanized. He's probably the 5th generation.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
But-
not. He's
but-
not. He's
but-
not. Shady. He's not Americanized because what's his favorite sport?
His favorite
Soccer.
sport. No, his favorite sport's probably baseball, actually.
Okay. Well, which
Well,
one
no,
does
no,
he
no.
like more, soccer or basketball?
No. Ask him because I
Soccer.
don't.
No,
believe
his favorite sport's baseball. I'm
don't
telling you
believe
right now.
you. gotta
But
ask him.
which one does he like more, soccer or
I-
basketball? Because that's what you brought up.
He
brought up
likes
soccer or
both.
basketball.
He
Which
likes
one does
both.
he like more?
I don't know. He
He
likes
likes
both
one
out
of
those
them
two.
more.
He likes both.
Does his
Yeah.
family sit around and gather around the Spanish broadcast, Telemundo of the New York Knicks and San Antonio Spurs NBA Finals?
I don't know if his family does that.
Absolutely not.
But
They
him-
sat around and they
Hold on,
listened to the
hold on,
World
but him
Cup.
and-
Stop
hold on,
that,
hold on,
bro.
hold
You
on.
know.
My dad likes cricket. That doesn't mean that I want to fucking watch cricket. Stop doing that shit.
If you go to-
Stop doing that
I don't believe
shit.
that.
I'm a second generation. Bro,
Yeah, but our culture.
that's cool. That's
their
horrible.
culture's different.
This is
though.
horrible.
I don't know.
Of course their culture's
If
different.
you ever, now I know I like to date Latinos.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Boy, my girl Latino, and knowing them like my family's tight, but we don't have culture like them. Like for example, like the granddad, he's been doing this thing with them, with the stuff they eat. You know, they hang out every Sunday. Like that's what they do. So certain sports is their thing.
Correct.
Even if they like my girl, she's not into soccer. I mean, like, are you kidding me? But family wise, she's into it because my family does.
into it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think some things we talk about like is culturally bonding because in America, like yo, we don't really have that.
Yeah.
And my thing is like, yo, what's a cool sport? Yo, Allen Iverson, like we
I
like
agree.
all
We don't
that.
view it as cool.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Huh?
I said I agree. In America, we don't view it as cool. I
Like
thought
you
I
say
tweeted about that. Yeah.
Was you joking about the cricket?
No, my dad likes cricket. Yeah. I wouldn't want to watch
But
cricket.
see, that's the thing about America. Is like
I
it's
don't
just-
have any interest in watching cricket.
Yeah.
But-
I don't have any
I'm just
interest in
saying,
watching cricket.
my biggest point is that it's a skewed statistic to be like, oh, this many Americans watch soccer when
How is it skewed?
The greater majority of that demographic is Latino, and in Latino culture, they love soccer and baseball more than anything else.
But to that point,
and especially more than basketball.
But if Latinos in America are American,
yeah, I'm not saying it
counts.
It 100% counts. But there's nuance to it, bro. There's nuance to it.
Is baseball viewership a skewed statistic because it's majority watched by white people?
It's not. Latinos.
How is it skewed for Latino community? Then?
You got to break that down.
No,
you got to clarify this.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna let him clarify this because I'm confused.
Outside of the best player in the major leagues, who runs baseball? Latinos.
Right. I agree with
Dominicans.
I agree with
Venezuelans.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
It's not even agree or disagree. That's an actual fact.
Yeah. Who's the majority of people watching that sport though are white?
No, I had to see it. You had to pull some shit up on that. I'm not just going to concede that in the argument. I would strongly disagree that baseball has become way more renowned in the Latino
part
community.
You got to clarify for me and everybody behind, and we got some super chats. We will get to that. We will move on momentarily. It got heated. I apologize. The part you got to clarify is how does that viewership? Why does that need nuance? Because Kendrick Lamar, biggest halftime show ever.
Yep.
It doesn't need nuance like, well, the culture rocks with Kendrick. Yeah. So that's why so many people watch Kendrick's halftime. There is no nuance. No, Black people are American, Latino Americans American. Yeah. Everybody American.
Of course. I'm not saying that the views don't count. What I'm saying is that Latino cultures and households, they are. Yeah. It is culturally ingrained in them to love the game of soccer.
Yeah,
she got you.
Mm-hmm. So when you talk about when you compare viewership of basketball, which is a very, very, very American and non-Latino sport. They do not play basketball by and large as a community in America and outside of the country. So when you compare basketball and soccer, and you include Latino viewership, they're completely worlds apart because Latinos are not tuning into the NBA Finals because they don't like basketball.
Then doesn't that serve the point that soccer is just such a more popular sport? That's the point I'm making.
Yes, globally it is.
And even in America, though.
And especially in the Latino culture, which is very heavily influenced in America.
I want to jump in here. So one, on baseball, you're right. And as far as avid viewership, Hispanics take the largest percentage.
Trey, what did fight your way out of that?
Caucasians also take the majority of casual viewership for baseball.
Because they love baseball too.
Yeah, because they love baseball too.
It's their pastime.
Let's talk about the NBA.
Okay.
Who do you think has a higher percentage of viewership? The Hispanic community or the African American community?
White people.
White people have the highest percent. Yeah. I'm talking about who do you think is next?
He got you here, bro.
Who do you think is next?
I would guess black people. Yeah.
Hispanic people are next.
He got you in a
Hispanics make up the second largest group of people watching the National Basketball Association.
A demographic that is more populated watches the sport more.
Yes.
Soccer.
Yes.
But there are way more.
Why are you shocked that a demographic that is more populous is watching soccer, though?
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. You're proving my point. I'm not shocked by that.
But
you guys are shocked by that. You're putting. Now you fucked up. No, wait. No.
You fucked up. How are numbers skewed, but they're not skewed for the NBA viewership whenever Hispanics watch a majority of that?
No. My point is it all requires nuance. The nuance for the NBA viewership, Latinos, for one, Latino encompasses so many more countries than black people.
Of course.
Because Africans are not watching NBA basketball. Okay. They're just not. Yep. So you have black Americans as the only black representative fan base watching basketball. Latinos, you have a global influence. So while they do not play the sport by and large, there are still way more countries and way more people and individuals that can and will watch basketball than black people.
You still can't explain to me what I'm saying numbers are skewed from them watching the World Cup.
That's the only part.
How are the numbers skewed? The same group of people that have an opportunity to turn on a television every single day.
Yeah.
Can do the same shit for any sport they're into.
But they're going to do it more. But they're going to do it more for their first true love, which is
basketball more.
But listen, just explain that though, because I keep telling you
that doesn't make sense.
When you go to sports and watch the Chicago Bulls versus the New York Knicks, you're talking about the New York Knicks versus the Chicago Bulls. When you talk about this soccer stuff, you're talking about Argentina
and Algeria.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole freaking country that's playing against each other, though.
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm going for my state. No, I'm going for my country.
Yeah.
The same way how when I watch the Olympics, because I don't really watch the Olympics like that. But damn right, when they playing, I'm all USA. I don't know what's going on. I'm in USA.
Yeah.
Because it's a country you going for. That's why you really can't compare them.
Yeah.
My thing is,
That's a good
Messi's
point,
a
too.
great player for what they say.
The greatest.
Right? But I can't compare him to Michael Jordan. You represent the whole country. But when Michael Jordan had his chance to show the other country who he was, they all fell in love with him. And this is before social media. Do y'all forget?
You're not wrong.
All right, so it's
dream
like,
team.
let's just be real respectful. And the last thing, Karen, in your neighborhood, there's no way you telling me y'all was like rocking with soccer and all that growing up.
Yeah. I actually
don't
grew up
believe
around
that.
Hispanic people, though,
I don't
bro. Like,
believe-
that might be where we're different.
We did
I
grow
don't
up
believe that.
I grew up around white people
All white
and then
people, yeah.
black people on the weekends.
Was
No,
anybody
I
like,
grew up
yo,
around black
let's
and
be-
Hispanic people. We
let's-
definitely watch soccer. We
let's
definitely
be
skipped
soccer.
school
Nobody's
the second
doing
half to
that.
go watch Champions
Keep it
League.
real.
bro.
He playing
Nah,
funny.
but like, remember it. To your point though, Shady. So much of where you grew up matters. Because
Yeah,
where I
y'all
grew up,
grew up
nobody
around
was trying to
Hispanic
be
people like that.
football players. I went to private school. Like,
But okay, now,
You feel me?
I'm about to say,
Like-
they didn't want to be like him, but they loved them though. Let's go there.
Yes.
They idolized them.
yeah,
Cool. I might can't jump because I'm a little
Whatever
guy.
the case
I'm
is.
little Frankie, right?
Yeah.
But damn it, I got a 4.0. My
I'm
dad,
trying to- yes.
my dad owns all these businesses. But
They're
I'm
at
a
the Mavs games.
I'm gonna be around.
They
I'm
at
gonna
the
be
Mavs
around.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a matter of fact. I got season tickets to watch the Mavs.
Correct.
So what I'm saying is like, bro, they love.
Correct.
They love basketball. They love
Correct.
football.
Correct.
You don't
Hold
be
on,
loving.
what?
You're not loving soccer
we got
as a
for the sake
kid.
of time. We got to move. We got to move.
I don't know, I'm just saying, I-
Get some
I-
super
I-
chats. Get some super chats, bro.
50%
Let me-
Hispanics. Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, I don't have the doc for today.
Hey, let's move to
Rome,
the
I need the
next.
doc. Yeah,
let's
yeah,
move
let's keep
to
it
the
moving. I'll
next
come
topic,
back.
and then we'll get some super chats right after
Man,
that.
okay.
It got heated in the speakeasy.
It did get heated in the speakeasy. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull mine up because Trey's not good at his job. All right,
So you're
look.
not ready. Me not being ready, mate. You're not ready. You're not ready. I'm not ready.
Well,
So we both not ready. Now you're ready. Okay.
We had some breaking news from George Kittle. He went on Pardon My Take podcast, and had some things to say about what Brandon Aiyuk said, on Instagram the other day.
The last time I saw Aiyuk was, call it week 6, 7, or 8. I don't really know. But I used to make it a habit of mine to go out early in the morning before meetings to watch him train because he'd always be out there early. And I watched him run over 22 miles an hour and stop on a dime. So he's still got it. Or at least, that was 8 months ago. So I don't really know. But yeah, you guys have fun with that, I guess.
That's pretty
You
good.
guys
though.
have fun with that, I guess. Still running 22 miles an hour and stopping on a dime. What do you guys make of George Kittle's comments on Brandon Aiyuk?
George Kittle's comments on Aiyuk tell you everything you need to know. Stay the hell away. George Kittle is the most. George Kittle be lying to protect the guilty. Lying to protect the guilty. Shady, I remember when Jimmy Garoppolo was on the squad still, and the Niners were clearly going to draft a quarterback. We knew they were going to draft Trey Lance. And we had George Kittle on one of our previous shows, and we asked him about Jimmy Garoppolo. Hell of a quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks, in the National Football League, great leader, all these things. And I'm sitting here like, bruh, you lying through your teeth. Everybody know Jimmy G ain't no good. Shady played against Jimmy G in the Super Bowl, and Jimmy G was in large part the reason the Niners lost the Super Bowl. But when I was watching George Kittle talk, I'm like, dang, George Kittle is one hell of a teammate because regardless of the circumstance, he is going to protect his teammate. So what this tells me is simple. He no longer views Brandon Aiyuk as a teammate, period. In what world has George Kittle ever said something to slight one of his brothers? And now he's saying, yo, good luck with that. Good luck with Brandon Aiyuk. That's not George Kittle. Kittle said the last time he saw him was week 6, week 7, week 8. Used to show up at practice early just to watch Aiyuk work out, coming back from his ACL injury, getting 22 miles an hour. You know how fast that is? Lightning fast, stopping on a dime. And now Kittle's like, hey, good luck with that. That can be y'all's headache. To me, that tells me everything I need to know about Brandon Aiyuk. The fact that George Kittle spoke non-positively about him, I don't need to hear nothing else, 2-5.
I didn't think that message was negative. You thought it was negative? I thought it was positive. Like, yo, 22 miles per hour? You
Yeah,
can stop
stopping
on
on
a
a
dime?
dime, yeah.
I thought that was great. Sound like something I would do, other than the 22 miles per hour. This is what I would say, though. The reason why I don't think he's lying is because when he said it about Jimmy G, everybody and mama said, man, stop lying, man. You know how bad he is. But when you said it about Aiyuk, we like, hold up. We know how good he is. So I don't think he lied about that. And I'm happy to hear him speak up, because like sometimes, man, players go through things and they might have fights and issues with the GMs or the execs and coaches. And we're players. Stick with your players. So for him to be honest like that, because he could have said nothing. I know one thing. As of June 22nd, My favorite wide receiver in the NFL is Brandon Commanders Aiyuk. All right? My favorite. You feel me? Wow. He had a great Father's Day. Let's go, Commanders. Let's go. Come on now. Let's get it.
I want.
And he's like that.
Last time we saw him 2 years ago, he was
that's what we got to go off of that.
I want to ride with Shady on this one, but I just can't because, bro, if you knew how George Kittle spoke, Kieran, George Kittle don't ever say anything demeaning. And for him to, Shady, good luck with that is when your homeboy stepped to you like, hey, 2-5, hey, I know you was talking to old girl, y'all broke up though, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? What you think about her? And you like, hey, bruh. Good luck with that. What? You know what that means? That implies we
gotta rewatch this.
He didn't say that
because I don't know if he said good luck with.
He didn't say that.
Let's have fun with that. Let's take a look. He
does this a lot.
I don't really know, but yeah, you guys have fun with that, I guess.
Yeah, have fun with that, I guess. He goes as saying, yo, I know he's going through a lot of stuff going on outside of football, but bro, he still can run. He's still fast. Like, you can have fun with that,
I guess. AKA like, and watch the other clip.
Is he saying have fun with that? I guess like have fun with the information I just gave you about Brandon Aiyuk's ability right now to play football. That's the way that I took it. While first listening to it.
I'm gonna show you another one. I gotta see if they posted it. The other one is where Kittle's talking and he says like, I'd be pretty upset if I got $130 million too. He's doing it very facetiously because he's not a mean person. I'm gonna try to find you this clip in real time. But Rome, send Kieran the other clip.
Yeah,
he's George Kittle is a multiple-time All-Pro, probably a Hall of Famer for the San Francisco 49ers. Was drafted there, I believe, in the 3rd round, maybe the 5th round. Drafted there and is a leader there. So George Kittle, under no circumstance, is ever going to take a slight at anyone. But when George Kittle is being facetious and saying, have fun with that, I guess, or this other clip that I'm about to show you, when George Kittle's like, I guess $130 million, I'd be upset too.
I'm trying to figure out what's your point, because I don't need George Kittle to tell me if Brandon Aiyuk is a good player or not, because I know he's a good player. I don't need him to tell me anything.
Correct.
I'm not a fan that don't know football, never played. I know what football looks like. So you saying that, I'm just trying to figure out what's that mean.
This means everybody knows he's a good player.
Yes, he is.
But being a quality contributor... Well, let's finish the conversation. Being a quality contributor on a team and being a good player are two completely different things. We will get to the Giannis Antetokounmpo breaking news. A blockbuster trade in about 4 minutes. We will get to that news. Finishing this conversation though. So for me,
trying to pull up the video.
For me, Rome, we got it. 119 in that clip, Kieran. So for me, like, I need y'all to take a listen to this and then let me know your thoughts.
Let's see what he had to say.
Wouldn't be happy either after a team paid me $130 million.
I know that can be. Well, the taxes in California, he's probably like, oh, this sucks. I got so much taxes.
Yeah, more money, more problems, right?
Yes.
So 100%. We'll take him. He'll make less money and he'll be happier, and then he'll stop.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's definitely saying, good luck with that nonsense. Yeah.
I don't, man, listen, man, I don't like that, you know what I mean, because he's still your teammate. You know what I'm saying? And
he's cheering for the Commanders.
Yeah, but hold up, bro. When we go to war with each other, though, right, regardless of what it is, that we brothers. We on that field together, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got issue with the management, y'all gonna go through what y'all go through. But you gotta still keep it respectful. Because we ball players together.
Here's where I disagree where I disagree with Shady, though, is like, because Brandon Aiyuk's not worth being a cancer in the locker room. And he's been a cancer in the San Francisco 49ers locker room. I can't project what he'll do in the other locker room, but 2-5. Kendrick Bourne, one of the most fun-loving people. George Kittle, one of the most fun-loving people. At the point in which those individuals have not seen, talked to, or collaborated with Brandon Aiyuk, TJ Houshmandzadeh on this show regularly, used to be one of BA's OGs. At the point in which they haven't talked to Brandon Aiyuk, why would you want to deal with the headache? Is he talented? Sure. There are a lot of incredibly talented players in the National Football League. Furthermore, Shady, I'm not going to act like he's Calvin Johnson, Andre Johnson. He's a top 15 receiver. Congratulations. We can get a top 15 receiver without a headache. Why do we want a top 15 receiver with a headache?
I just disagree. I remember when Talib was having issues early in his career, and then they sent him to the Broncos, and he does well. Right? He's a headache. He's this, that, and the third. He was a difference maker of winning the Super Bowl. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
When Talib was going from Tampa Bay, when he went over there to the Broncos, like, bro, you need somebody like that. So what? Maybe it don't work out with this coach or that coach. It might work with another team. So I disagree with that. Like, he ain't like that. Like, he's an all-pro type receiver, though. It's the reason why they try to pay him all that money, because he is good. I don't care if Kittle, I don't care whoever's talking about it. He's a good-ass player.
But here's my thing, Shady. You're a business owner. You do construction. You do all the things. You built multi-million-dollar properties. I think $16 million last I checked in your neighborhood.
17 man.
If a, not even a lender, let's say if a contractor called you and was like, hey, 25, you about to hire this contract company and you're about to pay him $10 million for a project. And somebody else who built a $20 million project in Dallas called you, let's say Dez, calls you, hey, 25, I wouldn't use them. Yeah, they do great work, phenomenal work, but it's a couple people in there, headaches, hassles, don't show up to work all the time. You might pay them and they might not show up to work. They might be in breach of contract. They might be on your job talking about another construction site, building up other properties in another part of town. At what point, Shady, do you not listen to your peers? Like George Kittle's a respectable person. It's not like this is a hothead talking. Like, to me, there's some level of ignorance of the business owner, of which you are, if you're like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to nobody. They're talented.
Yeah. Construction is different from the NBA and NFL. It's different. It's very different. And I'm not saying anything wrong with him speaking up. My thing is, he can say what he wants. I'm going to do my own due diligence and figure out what's going on. There's sometimes where players has had enough from a team. I'm done taking this type of abuse. Yeah. We don't know what's going on over there. I know he don't like it. So I'm rocking with Aiyuk, man. I ain't worried about what Kittle talking about.
Hey, we have some breaking news in the Speakeasy. Kieran, talk about the breaking news, please.
To get to the biggest news of the day, breaking news. It literally just happened about 5 minutes ago. Shams put this tweet out. Blockbuster trade as Milwaukee Bucks are sending Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for, get this, return package. Tyler Hero, Kalel Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., I think it's Jacusionis. I forgot how to say his last name.
Yakuchonis.
Yeah, Yakuchonis. Yeah, Yakuchonis.
From Illinois.
3 first-round picks, a 1-pick swap, and a second-rounder before the NBA draft tomorrow night. They are giving up all of that to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's now going to be teaming up with Bam Adebayo, creating one of the most elite defensive front courts in all of basketball. Fellas, how do we feel about this trade? Do you think that they gave up too much to get Giannis?
You can never give up too much to get Giannis Antetokounmpo. You can't do it. Giannis is an absolute monster, freakazoid that probably still has 3 to 5 great years, not good years left in him, great years in him. He is a walking 28, 12, and 5 type of individual. Giannis Antetokounmpo is one of the greatest players of the generation, and now he's joining one of the greatest organizations of the generation, led by one of the greatest coaches of the organization. Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Miami Heat, from a intellectual perspective, makes a ton of sense. The questions are, from a basketball perspective, what the hell we gonna do?
I don't like it.
Because I like Giannis and Bam. Hell of a combination. But who are the guards? Who are the wings? Like, that is where the confusion is. I mean, do they have an incredible defense? Sure. Length, range, athleticism, all the things, all that. But, like, do they got shooters?
You got
they got ball handlers?
You got Norman Powell as your bucket getter in the backcourt.
And I don't like nothing what you say about the guards. If you really watch the way that they play, they keep a whole bunch of undrafted guards that just do well. Just think about the last 6-7 years. They've been in the freaking NBA Finals, right? Beating Boston with a whole bunch of regular guards, right?
Gary Trent and them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them dudes is undrafted. A lot of guys are undrafted. What I don't like about it is, they'll get some other guards, but I don't like about it is Bam and Giannis are so similar than y'all think. They both get the ball and they push it like a guard. Mm-hmm. You got to get rid of Bam. That's what makes Giannis so special. Hey, I can get this rebound and I'm going all the way up court and 4 dribbles and I'm laying it up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Where now that's what Bam kind of does. I don't like that move. They got to get rid of Bam. If they get rid of Bam and get some real good pieces, sorry about that. If they get rid of Bam and get some good pieces, then that makes sense. But I don't like Bam and him together. Like, do y'all?
No,
that's
I don't
the
think
only
this
thing
makes
that,
sense.
They're the same build for real.
I don't like what they just gave up.
This doesn't make sense.
First
at all.
off, absorbing Giannis's contract puts them in cap hell. They're already going to be above the luxury tax first apron. They're going to be approaching the second apron. They don't have the money to go get free agents right now. You don't have a backcourt worth anything right now. And also, you just traded away your entire future for how old is Giannis? 31, 32 years old? A 32-year-old coming off of injuries?
He's special, though. Yeah,
now, he is special, but he's great. Don't get me wrong. He is great. Yeah. I don't like trading my entire future to give him a worse supporting cast than what he just had in Milwaukee. This is not going to be anywhere near what he had in Milwaukee whenever they won the championship. Yes, if they have Bam, it is probably the best teammate he's had. Maybe. Because Damian Lillard, I think, is amazing. Whenever he first got there, it's a question. But I don't like this move at all. Trading your entire future for a 32-year-old superstar, 31, however old he is, and who's just coming off of injuries. I don't like this at all.
The Heat are closer to a championship today than they were yesterday, and realistically speaking, that's what the hell matters. Because Giannis Antetokounmpo led a team to a finals with Chris Middleton as his second best player, with Lopez, with Crowder, I believe, with Connaughton, with Drew Holiday. He led a team with those individuals to an NBA Finals. So with all due respect to how you feel about the trade, the Miami Heat are closer to a championship today with Giannis Antetokounmpo and with Bam Adebayo, of which they will likely move potentially. They're closer today than they were yesterday. They've been a play-in team for the last 5 years. 5 years consecutively, they've been a play-in team. So at minimum, yes, there are questions in regards to the backcourt. Nobody can dispute that. Would I have preferred to keep and retain Tyler Hero? Absolutely. But they're closer to a championship today, and that is all that matters. That's all that matters.
I think they got to partner him up with a legit guard. Right, legit guard that can score and get his own bucket, right? Because if you look at all this new matchups, everybody has a number 2 guy, right? And if it's a big, he's probably a guard. If it's a guard, it's probably a big. They got to figure that out, and I do think that they got to move Bam because I think Giannis and Bam are so similar. If this team wants to be really, really good, I think with the coaching they have and the culture they have, you don't need a whole bunch of superstar players. Yeah. If you really watch the last couple of years when they had Jimmy Buckets, they was winning with Jimmy Buckets, Bam playing well, and a whole bunch of role players. A lot of them are free agents playing, and then Tyler Hero here and there will get some buckets, but they can win. They got Giannis over there, and they got good culture.
Here's my thing, though. We keep assuming they got to move Bam, but do they, 2-5? Yeah. Hold on. Imagine this for a moment. You got Giannis, you got Bam, you got Powell, you got Wiggins, you got Davion Mitchell. Like, I'm cool with that today. With the draft and the rest of the offseason, I'm cool with that for right now because going to war with Giannis and Bam is the best, well, got to be the best front court in all of basketball, duh. So off GP, you got 50 points a game, 2-5, from your front court. 50 points a game. 50 points and probably 23 boards alone from your front court, 2-5.
Yeah, so they so similar. I would get something different. I think Bam is special. I think Bam is good. I think he's really, really good. I think he's elite. And he has big value for him. Yep. So maybe you get a really good player and you get that one of them draft picks back when you trade Bam. You know what I'm saying? But I would use him for a piece because, I mean, like, let's be honest here, man. He's a good player. Man. He's a good player. You would keep Bam?
I wouldn't keep Bam because I don't like the trade. As a matter of fact, Acho, I think the Milwaukee Bucks are closer to a title now than the Miami Heat are. I'm sorry. With that many picks, with that many pieces
you
now.
Know who you get in the draft though?
Anyone. They're gonna have a better front court than backcourt than what the Heat have right now. I don't like this trade at all. Yeah. They gave up entirely too much to get a guy, team him up with Bam Adebayo, and now just have Eric Spoelstra coach his ass off.
Who they really giving that stuff great? The picks.
You're talking about the picks.
The picks, and then also, I don't know, your third and fourth best player, fifth best player, Khalil Ware is promising.
On, man. You watch them dudes.
Who else is there now? They just got sure.
Everybody in this trade is replaceable.
Wiggins, Norman
Tyler
Powell
was solid, but they all are replaceable.
You think you're winning the championship with Wiggins, Norman Powell, Bam, and Giannis?
You got work to do. But here's my thing, though.
And no picks to take any guards, by the way.
You're not wrong on you have work to do. But the fact of the matter is, Kieran, Giannis is a organization changer.
That's true.
Khalil Ware, really good player. He can get boards. You know what I mean? But
and block.
Cool. Tyler Hero.
Them dudes are replaceable.
They're all replaceable. They're replaceable. And to Shady's point, you don't know what the hell them picks finna do. And the Heat, they always hover around the 9th, 10th, 8th best team in the East. Do they have lottery picks? Like it's
They
not
had
like
a lottery pick this year that they just
that
traded away to get
They had the
Giannis.
13th pick. Yeah, they just.
but to me, like if I'm talking like if you have a top 5 pick, like a franchise,
Shit, they might give the Bucks a top
changer.
5 pick next year if Giannis gets hurt again.
Yeah,
Just like, bro,
I'm with Kieran on this. I don't like this trade at all. For one, because you just don't have enough scoring from your backcourt.
No.
You have to have somebody, and don't get me wrong, Norman Powell's actually one of my
bucket.
He can score.
He is a bucket getter, but he's dealt with injuries. That's tough. Giannis gets buckets, but his game is limited a little bit offensively. Like he's not going to stretch the floor. Bam also doesn't stretch the floor, so they're pretty limited offensively. And they gave up Jaime Jaquez, who's a glue guy that does anything and everything you need him to.
What?
Jokic is I watched him in college. He was he's a big guard that can score, facilitate. He plays the game well. He plays efficiently. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Khalil Ware, IU guy. I'm biased.
they have no depth whatsoever.
They have zero depth.
Hey, bro,
After the starting
sir.
five,
It's Davion
but
Mitchell,
it's
Norman
close.
Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam, and
Are y'all-
Giannis.
are y'all-
and that's
These
not
are
a champ,
the-
and that's not even a
That's not a
championship
championship
starting
line.
five. Yeah,
I get that part. But are you really arguing and making an argument about the players they traded them? What?
them plus the 3 picks. Yeah, that's
They have no depth, and they have no way to add to that depth now. And they're in cap hell. They can't sign free agents.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
if
bad.
y'all want to argue about the picks, cool.
They got to get
Y'all
Gary Trent
not-
back.
it's
y'all-
picks
y'all-
and players.
None of these guys, even Tyler Herro, he was decent. Y'all not arguing about these dudes leaving your team or
They
not.
play
Y'all-
roles,
Y'all,
though.
y'all never was talking about them. I never heard y'all even mention them about the Heat, talking about these players. Will y'all stop? Them dudes are replaceable, man.
I actually watched the game, and I watched these guys in college, and they're good.
The
There's
pros,
values.
bro, the pros.
Yeah,
Everybody
cool.
in college.
In the pros as well.
These guys are just
But hold on,
Tyler
let me-
Hero and Jaime Jaquez are not just guys.
Give me his.
Like,
no, I mean, I
Here's
can get all
Shady, but hold on. Shady's best point, he didn't even get to elaborate on. It was 10 minutes ago. It's the best point. If y'all just tapping into it, breaking news: Milwaukee Bucks trading Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Miami Heat. A gigantic show we are quite literally in the midst of. Hit the subscribe button while you're here. Let me get back to Shady's best point. I think it's the best point all day. Remember when the Heat went to the finals? And Shady, you didn't elaborate on it. It was a great point. Gabe Vincent,
Come on, man. Undrafted.
Caleb Martin,
Undrafted.
Sure.
Duncan Robinson.
Sure.
You feel me? Like they went on the back of a whole bunch of guards. If I'm not mistaken, one of those guards, it might have been Caleb Martin, almost stole Eastern Conference Player of the Series. I forget what the award is called from Jimmy Butler. I think it was a 4-3. It was a 4-3 vote.
Oh, it was.
It was a
Yeah,
4-3 vote.
Yeah,
I'm doing this off the top of my head, so apologies. I need Uber Miami Heat fans if I'm missing a number or two. Like, remember, they know how to develop and acquire guards. I don't know the history of Davion Mitchell, but he's a quality player.
Yeah.
So
Good
if
defender.
you are Eric Spoelstra
yeah.
or Riley, here's what you know. I don't know how to acquire or develop a Giannis. And if I do, that'll take 10 years. Thank you, Milwaukee Bucks, for doing it for me. What I have a history and a track record of doing is taking a Caleb Martin, I believe, from Nevada, taking a
Undrafted.
Duncan Robinson, taking a Gabe Vincent, and making those dudes bona fide players.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler took Gabe,
Come on, man.
Duncan, Hero. He took that group with Bam to the finals.
Yeah,
And
so-
Jimmy Butler's not as good as Giannis. Go
My
ahead, sir.
problem is you're going to be taking fresh air now. You don't have picks anymore to take a guard. At least holding on to one of them, at least holding on to your 13 this year would have made more sense. Also, you have no depth whatsoever. You have no perimeter scoring ability. They will be, if they keep Bam, the best defensive front court in the entire league. Probably one of the best defensive teams in the entire league with zero perimeter scoring ability.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
when you say-
and no depth whatsoever.
When you say zero, this is what I'm trying to tell you, though. And Acho did a great job of really elaborating for me. When I watch them in the finals, I'm going through the roster like, how the hell are the Celtics, Eastern Conference Final, Celtics battling with the Heat? The Heat had a whole bunch of undrafted players.
Sure, yeah.
So you keep talking about this player, that player, they undrafted.
But it's the
I'm not banking on him repeating a miracle.
I'm
Like,
just saying
that's
that, but I'm saying
not only that, not
But
only
wait,
that.
but hold on. So my star is better now. I had Jimmy Buckets. Oh, he leaves. Now we got Giannis. That's a bigger upgrade.
Sure.
And then if you're talking about,
You had Duncan
the-
Robinson,
the-
who was the most efficient bucket getter
Three-point
from
shooter,
the
yeah.
perimeter.
I
in
mean,
the
you can
entire playoffs.
find one of them guys. He's replaceable.
No.
Was
you
he
can't
running-
find another 40, however many percent.
my
you
God.
can.
All right,
You
never
can
mind.
find, but
All right.
here's my thing. Y'all got to remember, you can find another Max Strus. You can find another Trey Martin. You can find another Gabe Vincent.
When you have things to find them with.
Hey, yo, so
I.e. trade capital.
But hold on, Shady's point is these dudes are undrafted free agents. But Gabe Vincent, before he came to the Lakers, I think was making $6 million a year, something like that.
Cool. We got to stop talking about the draft. We got to stop talking about undrafted. Yeah, I'm saying, but we have to stop talking about that because, for one, they don't have the draft capital, and they're not going to get the guys.
He's not listening.
No, I know what you're saying. Undrafted guys.
Why are you talking about he's undrafted?
What I'm saying is they don't have draft capital, they don't have players to trade, and they don't have the cap space. So if you think you're going to repeat the miracle of getting some undrafted guys that are going to come in and ball out,
they always do it.
Because for one, what we see, y'all talking about Pat Riley. He's on the decline in terms of decision making. He gave Duncan Robinson an astronomical contract that's one of the worst contracts in existence in the NBA right now. Looks terrible. So I don't trust Pat Riley necessarily.
When you have a player like Giannis, right?
Cool.
It makes the game so much easier. Same thing with guys like LeBron. I remember what's his name? Norris Cole. Yeah. Like it was like, damn, he ain't bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you got LeBron, they look better. Yeah. Even Mario Chalmers, he was solid, but he looked way better with LeBron.
Yeah. Mo Williams, LeBron did that for a lot of guys.
Giannis is the same way. He's that good, bro. You gonna get guys open shots. It's the truth.
Here's what y'all got to remember, bro. And y'all know Giannis is my favorite player in basketball because he's Nigerian. So I really know Giannis's career arc. I really know Giannis's career arc. Y'all got to remember, bruh, who he took to the finals and won it. Now, if your best argument is Acho, it's a different NBA. That argument I will hear.
Three-time All-Star Chris Middleton?
No, sir. At the time, Chris Middleton had never been an All-Star. That's the point. Giannis helps make Chris Middleton an All-Star.
He was an All-Star that season.
Bingo, because Giannis was an MVP that season. Chris Middleton became Chris Middleton because Giannis. You can't just share that.
One of the best defensive guards of the entire era is Drew Holiday.
No doubt about that.
A solid center in Brook Lopez who was hitting threes.
So who's Bam Adebayo?
They don't have a Drew Holiday and they don't have a Chris Middleton.
Okay, you have pieces in different areas.
Hold on. To me, Bam Adebayo is better than Chris Middleton. Night and day. It's not even, and I like Chris Middleton. Also, he was breaking with one knee at the time, and he's been playing with one knee ever since. Yep. Bam Adebayo is better than Chris Middleton.
I agree.
So I like the two best players easily on Miami than
Milwaukee.
Now the kicker is Drew Holiday. Y'all right about Drew Holiday.
Wiggins is a smaller version.
Yeah, he's just been doing this. But Wiggins is a good two-way player, but Wiggins has been doing this nonsense. But to me, it's like there is a world where you can find this Miami Heat team to be comparable to that Bucks team. Pat Connaughton was coming off the bench. I think he was a sixth man. Yeah. And then you had Lopez and you had Portis. It's not like they were hella deep. I think you might have had Crowder on that team. Yep. You didn't just have like dogs coming off the bench. Does
Sproles get any type of credit for being a good coach? Yeah, does he get any? I mean, god dang.
So like to me, Trey, that's the point I'm making is if you look at Giannis's championship team, they weren't deep. Who the hell is Pat Connaughton? Good player. You know what I mean? Like
also, can we be honest about that championship team? They needed James Harden and Kyrie Irving to get hurt to not go down 3-1 against them. They needed Kawhi Leonard to get hurt. Giannis ended up having to play against Jay Crowder in the finals, and he dropped 50 a game on his head.
We can't do that.
We can't do that. I understand. I understand what you're saying.
You can't make.
You can't. What I'm saying is, in the future, I understand they deserve that ring. What I'm saying, can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? What I'm saying is, I'm not banking on that many injuries happening to superstars the next time they go out there. I'm also not banking on y'all are talking about miracles that needed to happen. Yeah. They needed 4 or 5 superstars to get hurt during that playoff run to go win a ring. And also, the Heat were an 8 seed that went to the finals, which has never happened before. I'm not banking on another miracle to happen with a team that does not look that good. It has no depth.
Kieran, you're calling it a miracle. Yeah. How'd the Spurs get to where they got to? They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They were a 63-win team.
Without J-Dub, without A.J. Mitchell. They beat the Minnesota Timberwolves with Ant-Man missing a game or two. Like it's everything.
And they won the championship.
No, but they got there.
Because they had Toronto
when Kawhi got his championship, we ain't doing all that.
It's sports.
I understand that. What I'm saying is, however, the majority, all of the injuries that had to happen. Anthony Davis hurt. Oh my God. LeBron hurt. Kawhi bust his knee in half during the same playoffs.
They shouldn't even played then.
I'm not saying they shouldn't have played it then. You're not even letting me finish. But my point is, y'all want this one ring that he had, this one dream run that he had. I'm not banking on the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 to happen every freaking year.
Of course.
Never.
Of course.
That was a dream run. You had that one dream run. I'm not thinking miracles are going to happen again.
But you can make miracles with a miracle worker. And Giannis is a miracle worker.
I don't think so.
But he's done it. Tyler Hero's not a miracle worker. Yeah.
I don't think Giannis at 32 years
Khalil
old
Ware
is
not a miracle worker. Jaquez, not a miracle worker. Giannis is actually a miracle worker.
Is Davion Mitchell and Norman Powell, are they miracle workers come playoff time?
No, but
because those are going to be guys that you're depending to handle the ball.
You skipping Bam. You skipping over Bam, G.
Okay, Bam is awesome. I'm not saying Bam's not good. I already said they're going to be an amazing front court.
What
Probably
about
the best in the league.
But what about Giannis making them
backcourt
better, though? We're not talking about that enough.
Giannis just played 36 games and he's 32 years old. What if the injuries continue? And you just gave up your entire future for that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me, even when we were just talking about the playoffs and the finals run, the three things I've said consistently that you need to be a championship team. You need defense, you need depth, and you need experience. The Miami Heat do not check off those three boxes because they lack depth. They just don't have the depth. And shout out to Drew Smith. Drew Smith is a guard. He's from Evansville, Indiana, my hometown. He's on the Miami Heat. I love that he's about to get a lot of burn. But unfortunately, like, if you're expecting Davion Mitchell to be your starting
championship point guard, are you crazy?
Championship point guard.
Now,
Shady, you brought up Mario Chalmers, you brought up Norris Cole. We can talk about Mo Williams, but you're talking about LeBron James. And I love Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's a great player. He's in
that boat. Bro.
He does not have the.
He's in that boat. Y'all tripping? He in that boat.
Here's the reason I think you're tripping, bruh, is because like
big time.
Is because like, bruh, when the Nuggets won their chip, Bruce Brown.
That was a deep ass roster, bro.
But Jamal Murray was his starting point guard who was dropping 40 multiple times in the playoffs.
Y'all have all these different exceptions. To every rule, there's an exception. There's an exception.
Yep.
Eventually, the Bucks, the Heat, it's just gonna be an exception. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm not saying you can't come up with your exceptions, but like, Drew Holiday's a really good defensive guard. Really, 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 really good defensive guard. But I'm like, I'm just not gonna sit here and act as though like Drew Holiday is a all world, all NBA like
Drew Holiday is
as a defender. He's an all world defender,
and he's also he controls the pace. He's a good facilitator.
But Trey's point is like, I just believe that with Giannis, you can put the necessary pieces around him to win a chip.
I agree with that, though.
And he's going to make the pieces better.
When you got a guy like Giannis, you don't have to have the best stuff around you to win.
If it wasn't good enough with Damian Lillard, what do you all?
Oh, that's different, though. Okay. One, Dame be hurt. And two, Dame wasn't playing.
I don't want Damian Lillard. I want Davion Mitchell.
No, you got Bam, Kieran. You got Bam. Okay. You keep jumping over the Bam.
I don't want Damian Lillard. I want Bam Adebayo.
Who's saying that? I'm not.
I'm not saying
Well,
that.
You saw what the hell happened when you had Dame.
So what the hell do you think's about to happen with Bam Adebayo? Your two best players on the team, and neither one of them shoot. Neither one of them can stretch the floor. Neither one of them scare you anywhere outside of 15 feet at all.
You think Jalen Brunson, fresh off a ring, is gonna be like, damn,
I'm terrified
against Davion tonight,
bruh. No, what? But I think what the hell, Carl?
Come on, bro.
Barbecue chicken.
What's Cat? And what's Bridges? And you putting OG on Giannis?
This New York Knicks team that just won.
Are you putting OG on Giannis?
They are beating the
I'm just asking you a question.
Out of the
it's
Miami
all about matchup. Are you putting OG on Giannis?
The dog shit out.
Are you putting OG on Giannis? Because y'all got a problem too.
It doesn't matter. We just watched what Cat did. We just watched what Cat did to Wemby.
Giannis ain't Wemby.
Giannis is not Wemby.
Cool. So
Giannis not
Wemby. Is a starting four.
So now
make it Bam.
So now you're banking on Giannis to average 50 in the series because that's the only way the Miami Heat are beating the New York Knicks.
He doesn't put on Embiid. All he said is who's guarding.
Who did the Knicks put on Embiid?
He didn't say who gonna win. He just said who's gonna guard. That's all he asked.
And what I'm saying is it doesn't matter who's guarding them because they don't have a chance in the series.
They don't have a shot in the world.
We're not saying. So y'all don't answer the question. Who gonna guard him?
Like it's matchups, bro.
Okay,
it's matchups, bro.
Jalen Brunson's guarding him.
Guarding who?
Doesn't matter.
Guarding who?
OG Anunoby's guarding Giannis. Doesn't matter.
Then who's guarding Bam? Because everybody in foul trouble. Sit them both on the bench.
Nobody's worried about Bam, bro. Nobody's worried about Bam on the offensive end.
I ain't on Bam like that.
On the offensive end?
Bam, I'm saying Bam.
They were rid of Bam though.
Bam is a 20-10 dude that nobody's worried about.
Yeah, it's a quiet 20 though.
He's not even 20.
He scored 83 and it's just changed everybody's opinion.
He's not even a 20 and 10 guy.
Bam is a god.
He's not even a 20 and 10 guy anymore though.
He's not.
No, I'm pretty sure he averaged like 17 or 18 a game.
It's a quiet 18. It's
a quiet ass 18.
It's a college 18.
And it's an 18 that's about to go.
Here and there, lay up.
That is amazing defensively, but we're not
offensively.
I don't want Bam as
checking
my
for
second
Bam.
scoring option on the championship
What
team.
makes Bam special?
Well, Norm's going to be the second scoring option.
No, obviously.
Norman Powell's a
But what
bucket.
makes him special is not his scoring, though, man. It's his ability to play everybody from 1 to 5 on defense.
Yes, switch on everything.
Him to push the pace as a point guard, right?
Yeah.
But y'all get rid of Bam, though. You get rid of Bam, you get some real big in there.
Correct.
Pause.
I do think
Bam got to go.
I do think
Get you a top guard. Now go out there and go get JB.
Yeah. The only thing is,
They don't have enough to give up.
Y'all have enough to give up.
Nah,
You just gave up all your picks.
but you still got Bam.
got Bam.
Bam.
The
Bam
and
Boston
Jaylen Brown.
Celtics are not
Yeah.
trading Jaylen Brown for Bam bro.
Not even.
Give me Spoelstra.
But hold on.
Before you like what?
Hold on. Think about where the Celtics lack. It's not gonna be 1-on-1. But bro, the Celtics could. That's what they needed.
And
They was playing what's the
I'm
white
not
boy
saying
name?
the
Number 30,
Celtics- hold up.
Hauser, and then
Sam
Kata,
Hauser.
and number 88,
And Kata.
But guess
Kata
what?
like,
And he-
bruh.
I'm not
and he
saying they
fits-
couldn't use him.
he
They can't
fits-
get him.
He
They don't have
fits the way
anything
they
to
play
get
though.
him.
Because
Yeah.
look now,
Bruh.
the Celtics
Hold
were
on,
at
Shady
best.
on the Celtics.
You want a
bro.
2032
The
first
Celtics-
round pick?
Hey, no,
You're
but look,
gassing it.
the Celtics are at their best when they play defense. They always can score and shoot threes. They play defense. When they play defense, they all can switch from 1 to 5. We can switch everybody. That's why Horford was so special.
Yep.
You put Bam in there, yo, whoever got the ball, we switching everything.
But why would
Pritch.
Boston do that?
Why with Boston?
Why would Boston do that?
Bro, they need a big.
They didn't get back to
desperately.
the championship.
They need a big desperately.
Yeah, but you
They
can't.
need to win
You
this.
can't
And
give
then
up.
you
You can't
have-
give up a supermax Jaylen Brown Finals MVP for Bam 83 points in a bullshit game out of
Here's
Biden.
what we all learned this year watching the Celtics. The redundancy is at an all-time high between JT and JB.
Yeah.
The redundancy, it's almost insufferable. Like,
Yeah.
it truly is. Pritch, JT, Bam, Hauser. As I think White, they're moving from him. I think I saw Derek White do some interview. I don't know what they got going on with him. Bro, if you get Bam, you get JT, you get Pritchard, like,
Come on, man. That's tough.
come on, bro. Come on, bro.
They're not doing that, by the way.
The Celtics aren't doing that.
They can't.
Their fan base will implode.
There was hold on. There was
Dude
They
was
will
just
have
an
Danny-
MVP
they will
conversation.
have
Let's
Danny
trade him for
Ainge's
Bam
head on
Adebayo
a
because he
So
dropped 83.
did y'all see what Sham said? The Celtics aggressively pursued Giannis, offering Milwaukee a package featuring Jaylen Brown and 2 first-round picks. The Bucks seriously negotiated with the 2 finalists in recent weeks. So clearly we know Bam is a knockoff Giannis. So can you not get a knockoff? What you mean? He's a knockoff
He
Giannis.
is the knockoff of all knockoffs.
He is next size Giannis.
Bro, if Bam is some Jordan 3s, the white cements,
No, if Giannis.
then I'm sorry, if Giannis is the
Yeah.
Jordan 3 white cements,
yeah.
Bam Adebayo is the FUBU version of that.
Fat Farm.
The Fat Farm version of that.
Yeah.
I'm not like,
Wow.
Yeah,
and
Fat
I'm
Farm.
not saying like he's not
Felines.
like look.
Yeah,
The felines, yeah.
But
Like, I'm not
hold
saying
on.
they bad,
If,
but
hold on.
like
If you were gonna
I
trade,
am.
you were gonna trade JB and 2 firsts for Giannis.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you
have
if
other
it's-
pieces
if
on the
it's
team.
now Bam instead of Giannis, keep your first. I don't need the 2 firsts. Can I get JB?
No.
It was JB and 2 firsts for Giannis.
Yeah. And the Bucks
What?
said, "Ha, take that shit on somewhere."
Yeah.
So
we
now-
about
even-
to, we about
didn't
to
even-
fleece Miami.
Didn't even entertain the idea.
I would give up.
We about
All
to
this
give
said,
up
all
Miami.
Sham said was that the Celtics pitched
Hold on.
that.
I like that.
Can we give up Bam and Wiggins?
I would get that up for JB. I would
For
get that
Jaylen
up.
Brown.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do that.
I like that.
Wiggins,
Rich,
good
Wiggins,
teamwork, yeah.
JT, Bam, Hauser.
Give me Norman too.
Hell
You
no.
got it, yeah.
Man,
But,
give me Norman,
but this
too.
is how the
This how it is,
negotiation is
yeah.
going to go down.
You give me Norman, Wiggins, and Bam for JB.
Hold on, think,
I might be able to make
think,
something
Kieran,
shake.
think. Y'all
And
not
I get to keep
thinking.
my picks anyway?
Y'all not thinking. If I got Pritch
Yep.
plus JT plus Wiggins plus JT
Yeah.
plus Bam
Yeah.
plus Hauser plus Kata,
Yeah.
that's my rotation. And if we retain Derek White, I can win with that.
That's
Derek
a,
White,
that's a championship team.
I can win with that.
That's a championship team, 100%.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, bro. I agree. That's a
So,
championship
so
team.
like, let me get JB for Wiggins and Bam.
JB for Wiggins and Bam.
Hell no, I'm not
Nah,
doing
it
that,
just they have no reason to move off of that. You
Well,
can go
Jaylen
elsewhere.
Brown was in MVP
I will say this, though.
conversations.
Yeah.
bro.
Miami got one of them type of coaches where he wins with less. He does, bro.
I'm thinking no, but Shady's right, bro. You gotta move. You gotta move Bam.
You have to move
You don't
Bam.
even fit. Gotta move Bam.
You have to move Bam because you need a bona fide
But here's the
second
thing,
option
bro.
on the
If you're Miami, you need a 2.
Yeah.
Desperately. You keep talking about Norman Powell.
They're gonna get one.
You need, but you need a 2, a bona fide. Jaylen Brown's the only one on the street. Figment on the street.
Norman Powell give you 25 a game.
When he's there.
He'll give you 25
When
a
he's
game.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need somebody
He ain't
bigger.
always
You need somebody
there.
bigger than him.
Yeah,
though.
neither is Giannis.
So I can't have 2 not always there. Give me JB. JB always there.
Yeah, JB is
So
always
you know
there.
what?
He on
Norman
this.
can go.
Yeah.
Take
That's
Norman.
what I'm saying.
That's
Take
the
Norman,
move.
Wiggins, and Bam. And
now you got it. Now you got to trade.
Nah, you got to trade. You give me all 3 of those? Yeah, you got
And
JB.
you can have JB and Pritchard.
Nah, I'm not giving up Pritchard. No. You have to keep Pritchard in that.
You can't. But you can't though,
can't.
because
You can't.
now Miami's going to be looking at Boston like, hold on, now we're not giving
You
you.
gotta keep him. You gotta keep him.
Cool, but what I'm saying, I'm thinking from the other
For
team's perspective.
Jaylen Brown, brother. It's Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's much better than Bam Adebayo at basketball, bro.
Yeah, but then you're also giving up Norm, who's 20 plus per game.
Sure.
He's a really he's
And
an
you
all-star.
should do that because that's my
Bro,
positional trade.
Jaylen Brown and Giannis. Is that the best duo in basketball?
No.
No. Who? Who's better?
I think it is, bro.
I think that is. It's better than Murray and Jokic. Because Jaylen Brown wipes the floor with Murray, respectfully.
And Giannis and what's his name is real
Who?
close.
Luke and Reeves? Nah, try again.
No. Damn.
Nowadays, this is the best in basketball.
Brunson and Cat? Yep, try again.
Shay and J-Dub, no.
Oh, hell no. J-Dub.
That's the
hell
best in
no.
basketball.
Yeah, that is.
Best basketball by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jaylen
it
Brown
is.
and Giannis?
Jaylen Brown and Giannis is
If
for
Giannis
sure,
is
yeah.
ever healthy again.
Yeah.
That,
Damn,
I
that
mean,
is the best duo in basketball.
That's the part of this that we have not brought up enough.
And
Dude
you
is
know-
going to be 32 years old coming off the most significant injury in his entire career.
What did he hurt again?
Calf, right?
Yeah. Or no, is it calf or knee?
I think he was BSing around with the calf all
I
year.
was about to tell
I
you
mean,
this.
he's had a lingering issue for a
I want to
minute.
tell
Yeah.
Karen this though on the sports side of
trying to
things.
get traded?
Yo, sometimes, bro, when you don't want to play for a team and all that, you
yeah.
just say you hurt. You
No,
don't
of
be
course.
hurt.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
That's why I'm not
Giannis was
sure.
No,
definitely
we
doing some of
knew
that.
he was shut down for the.
But I'm saying,
but
but
Giannis
to
was
you,
doing
you
that.
keep saying the injury bug and all that. But for real, it's like, yo, I don't want to play here no more. Y'all don't want to get rid of me. Yeah, I'm fake hurt.
Yeah.
all right.
That's the only question. We got to get some super chats, bro. I heard from the audience all day.
Yeah, I know. Listen.
Hey, also, we got about 4.5 thousand people right here watching the breaking news. If it's your first time in the Speakeasy, this is what it is. It's vibes. We talk. We're here Sunday to Thursday, 2 hours a night. 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. Hit the subscribe button right now. Please do us that solid, literally in the studio right now for your enjoyment and for your entertainment. It's about 9 p.m. out here in California. Hit the subscribe button. Jam your thumb on the like button right now, too. It pushes us further into the algorithm. More people got to kick back, hang out with us. And consider yourself you deserve this treat. Y'all had a hard day. Hang out, talk about sports, laugh a little bit, pour yourself a drink wherever you're watching this show from, and just kick it for the next 30 to 45 minutes before we get out of here. We got about 3 more topics to go. Trey, read some super chats. Let's keep it pushing.
Super chats kicking off with Lord to Success said, "What's up, fellas? I know Shady doesn't do if, but what will the narrative be if or when Jalen Hurts has a great season under Sean? Will it be needed the scheme to will it be he needed the scheme to be good, or he needed another super team? He doesn't get the same respect as any other quarterback." Devon Matthews,
That's true.
3812 said, Trey, he got $60K on his wrist, he being Emmanuel Acho. Right now, go ahead and get that new contract, brother. And Shady, soccer is 100 times bigger than basketball globally. Is there really 60,000 on your wrist?
45.
Yeah, but with the two the
Oh.
rose gold joint and the
Yeah.
we round 60.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He not
Shady got
leaving
more.
here.
I see you after the show.
Those
bro.
shoes look my size too.
Bradley Matthew 2335 said, shout out to y'all and the people in the back. Shout out to the gang in the back, everybody except Rome. He's the reason I wasn't at the super chats up earlier. So, Shady, question: if you could run behind one offensive line at its peak, who are you taking? The '90s Cowboys, the Great Wall of Dallas, or the 2001 to 2006 Chiefs, or the 2020s Eagles?
Which one Saquon
Good
had?
question.
2020s Eagles.
I want that one. you see them holes?
You see
Yeah.
what
You
Emmitt
got-
Smith was running behind
you
him
got
tonight?
fullback.
Nah, but like,
Yeah.
With Larry Allen in them?
Yeah.
Bro, Emmitt Smith had, bro.
if you go back and look at them holes,
And then Saquon holes.
Yeah, Saquon was
Hold on,
cribbing
25.
shit. Yeah.
But they said offensive line, not scheme. You feel me?
they no
has some-
scheme. What scheme? They just what scheme? You see, that was
And the ball off the run.
bro.
Don't cut
Kellen Moore not
Mahomes.
even a running type coordinator.
Jalen Hurts holding people?
Man, listen, I want them linemen.
Yeah.
I was watching the
was
game.
crazy.
I was working it at the time, and I was there with Charles Woodson, one of the best of all time. He said, Shady, I ain't never seen an offensive line this big and this good.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
You're not
that
wrong.
team was what? I'm lying?
You're not
crazy.
wrong.
Yeah.
That's fair. Keeping it moving. IGLA Jet said, Shady, check Carebear and Acho's drinks. The best athletes in the world can't be in a limited contact sport like soccer. Outside of tripping,
Thank you!
it's nothing else. Plus, Carebear's USQ, Texas, and Cali is Spanish land. That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying our Latino brothers and sisters aren't American. All I'm saying
You
is
said,
that
you said that it was skewed though.
it is. I'm saying
Bruh,
you're
y'all spent
skewing the
30 minutes
statistic.
arguing.
Yeah, you're
We're
right.
not
Can we not
spending
go
that
back?
more.
You're right.
No,
The
this is
doctor
crazy.
said the argument on soccer is about heritage versus citizenship. Latino viewership is based on their heritage, so no matter where
That's
they
a good-
are,
that's a good one.
they will watch soccer.
Thank you. That's
now
all
they've
that's all I'm
migrated.
saying,
That's
bro.
it. That's all I was trying to say, bro. Now they've migrated to America. Does not make soccer an American
listen,
sport.
If you take my black ass and I go
Never
all the way,
said it was an
if I go
American
to
Wherever,
Alright, bro.
yeah,
I'm watching
I'm wa-
American football
Come
and
on, man.
basketball.
Is the Eagles playing tonight?
Man,
Like, come
yes,
on, man.
That's
100%.
ingrained in y'all's culture. Heritage.
Just like soccer's ingrained in
No,
theirs.
I know, but are you saying football numbers are skewed because of that? I don't want to retouch that.
Yeah,
It's
let's
just-
not.
it's
Let's
just-
not.
yeah.
Let Drake Cook said Bron still got more money than Messi. Love y'all, Speakeasy. Shady, keep these boys sharp.
Lord,
Go
man.
Birds. Goalie Bear. He does.
No,
LeBron's a billionaire.
No,
LeBron's a billionaire.
Bron has more recorded money than Messi, and there's a difference.
Yeah.
LeBron's better than Messi.
In this country, you know about the bread,
You know
bro.
about the
Like
money.
Ronaldo
Bron-
has more bread than
I
than
remember
LeBron does,
having
bro.
this conversation in Africa, and I was like, "Hey, who's richer, so and so and so and so?" And they said, "Over the table or under the table?"
Yeah, they don't have
when
to
you start
disclose
talking
shit
about
like we do
foreign-
here.
Real quick,
And
though.
taxes and
See,
stuff?
even that part, like I hate them conversations because like how you know how much money he get under the table? How do we know that?
We don't, but we know they are getting some.
But what I'm saying is, Acho, we doing the what if shit again. How do we know what he's making underneath?
We don't. I'm just saying.
So the money that we do know about LeBron is
making more. It's just it's lazy to just simply say LeBron's making more because one, Messi has stock in when Messi went to
Bro.
play for that MLS team, he got stock in
What,
was it
Inter
Apple
Miami?
TV?
I don't know what it is. He
got
gets a
stock
portion.
in-
He gets rev share for,
Yeah, he
for
has
games
rev share in
by
and
being
stuff.
by being an Inter Miami game.
In the
Also,
Miami,
is
yeah.
that also
documented?
if
Yeah, that
yes,
that is
that
documented.
is
so
public.
also
That's
so add that to his pot.
But it's not public. We
it's
just
not.
know he
It's
has
never going
rev
to be
share.
public.
Yeah.
Also, if Pepsi wants Lionel Messi to be the head of their ad, it's going global. They're paying crazy money for that. These
And
people
then
have
y'all
good
gotta
agents.
remember,
You think
like-
that'd take him over LeBron? That's a better question,
Bro.
Pepsi, Coca-Cola, who else is big?
They take-
Apple.
they-
Gatorade.
Are you telling me that they'd rather work with Messi than work with LeBron James?
I
And
probably
not,
say
in the,
yes.
not in the American market, but
Yeah,
in everywhere else in the world, yes.
Because you got to remember, like they be selling Gatorades in Africa and Fantas.
Can they afford that in Africa?
Keep reading super chats, bro.
What? No, I'm saying you talking about they can sell it. I mean, you sell something, they ain't buying it. They ain't buying it here though.
That's fair. Showtime Kiri said, "You're enjoy the show, Trey. That was a horrible take. Care Bear cooked. People like watching a sport in their native language. Y'all do know the Super Bowl is shown in those same Spanish channels, and NFL counts those views are views.
And you real quick, and you don't see a lot of Spanish people playing football. Matter of fact, I've played with only 2 Spanish brothers in football, and I've been playing for 13 years in the NFL. And in college, I mean, maybe 1.
Yeah, you'd be surprised to see what the Dallas Cowboys fan base look like when you go to a game.
You don't got to.
I mean,
you don't even got to go to
49ers,
Dallas. Go to a
some of the
Rams
most-
game. You
go
gonna see the
to a
Dallas
Rams game,
Cowboys
go to a Raiders
fan.
game, go to a 49ers game, go to a Cowboys game, go to
They live there though. This is like, for example,
Sure.
right? I don't watch. Who was that? Oh, was that
Lakers or Dodgers, too.
No. Where was that? Kansas City.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not into like.
Hella, yeah.
I'm not into like the base. I like baseball, but not as much.
Yeah.
Way more than soccer. Anyway, I started going to some of the baseball games because that was the thing to do.
Yeah.
We get a little drink. We go watch the baseball team. So if you live somewhere, you're gonna be a part of the community.
Culture there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Speaking of baseball games, Shady, did you know Kieran ate 9 glizzies, drank 9 beers, and did it all in 9 innings at one baseball game?
Absolutely. Come on, man.
I had the same reaction. Dom78702 said, "What
Say
can
what?
the Heat do to get Ja Morant? Would y'all like to see Ja in Miami?
No.
I'd rather see Ja than Davion
I
Mitchell.
don't want to see.
I do.
I don't want to
I'd
see
rather
John Morant with Florida gun laws. No, I don't know.
Okay. Or Miami
Yo,
strippers.
I want to see him there though. Ooh, yo, Ja Morant.
With Miami strippers, he won't be there long, Shady.
That'd be James Harden.
Here we go with the
judging again?
the judging,
It's
the
judging, man.
the non-athlete
Shady
judging.
live in a black, not in the black or the white area. It's the gray area.
How can y'all say stuff like that?
Come on, bro.
They
It's
gotta respect-
Trey.
they
That's
gotta
not me.
respect the athletes,
Porterhouse-
man.
And he's an average strip club supporter. I don't know why he would say
Yeah,
that.
that is true.
That's-
He
You
is
guys are
Mr.
lying.
Magic City.
You guys are lying.
Sorry, Ja Morant.
Porter Al 601 said first super chat, but a Speakeasy regular Carebear. That Mbappe long range goal was a Steph 30-footer. The golden boot race is crazy. Messi, Mbappe,
and
Holland and Kane are putting on a show. King Drewski, one of our resident comedians, said, "Yo, what up, Semi Bear? That's crazy." Stubby McCoy, that's also crazy. Captain Nigeria, even crazier. And Social 5 Head, probably the craziest. What happened to the thing I signed up for? Stubby McCoy, yeah.
Stubby McCoy.
Because you had your belly out yesterday.
Because you see my stomach?
They can see. Yeah,
nah, it's probably because he showed them feet every freaking episode of this.
Oh yeah. He said, "What happened to the thing I signed up for?" Listen, it's Acho. He's Nigerian. Y'all know.
Nah, what did happen? Is that a West thing?
It was a West thing, but it was you tell West to do this thing. West did the thing, and now we haven't acted on it, but we will soon. I promise.
What's the thing, though?
Come the fall, that thing will
wow. What thing
will come to fruition. And Shady, the World Cup got you giving some JJ McCarthy takes. Damn. That's crazy.
Yo, you heard Karen Hayden? Well, where's the next one?
Hey,
who said that?
No, not that one. I was talking about the
King Drewski, one of our resident comedians.
King Drewski.
Read the next one.
Anytime you got,
go ahead and read the next one.
Whoop-de-doo said, "Calling me un-American is crazy."
It is crazy.
Who called you un-American?
Actually, you know what? The chat was cooking Trey. Taylor, pull it up. Taylor, pull it up, because this is what they were saying about Trey's take. Look at all them damn tomatoes. Let me get some tomatoes in the damn chat. For Trey not respecting the viewership of Latin Americans in this country.
You did elaborate, though. You had to elaborate.
I did.
Well, it came out wild.
It's so hard for me. Big fella over there just yelling every time I start to get a takeoff, cutting me off and shit. And then it sound like, it's even skewed more than the damn the metrics.
I get paid more. I should get more time.
I got, 2 more, and then we got to keep the show moving. Money Mark Zero said, "All love Speakeasy. When Shady says Americans don't play soccer, is he referring to the people from the trenches praying for a successful delivery? Social trait. I appreciate that."
Well, can I answer?
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, like, all the top tier athletes in America, right? That's what I'm talking about. Because the best players don't really play soccer. They don't grow up talking about soccer. I give you a better point. Yo, sometimes you got these superstar players like today, right? But they were once a kid. And they always ask me, hey, who'd you look up to? Who was your favorite? Who was your GOAT? None of them guys are ever going to say anything about some soccer.
Yeah, they're going to say, they want to go
Not one person going to say something about some soccer guy. Never. Yeah. You never heard about David Beckham being somebody's favorite athlete. It's never, you know why? Because, bro, we do not look at soccer like a real thing for real. I will say this. This is the first time that America's like pushing it so much. Everywhere you go, the soccer this, soccer that. I went to McDonald's the other day, and they had the soccer guys on there. Nobody in the car knows who the hell's on these cups, but we're celebrating it like, oh, it's soccer, right? Karen got soccer kits.
It's a kit, brother.
Soccer like button up on,
and with a cock on his shirt.
Hey, do you know who that team is?
Hey, yo,
no. Do you know who that team is?
He's walking around wearing
cocks on his shirt.
Do you know what the team is?
Do you know who the team is? No, don't tell him.
Nah, because it's not.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
Are y'all crazy?
It's not.
Hold on. I'm on this show with a bunch of imbeciles, guys.
Yeah, we don't watch
How
that.
y'all not, bro? This is
no country team.
This is the France kit they played today. Also,
yeah, we don't watch that.
It's the same color as the
What
Statue
year?
of Liberty.
What
when
year
this year, this is the kit that they wore today.
Mbappe was in that.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah,
this is the French kit for the World Cup, bro.
Yeah, well,
what are we doing, man?
I'm saying, I'm showing you something that like.
No, this is crazy.
You go outside.
This is actually
if
crazy.
you walk down the street, hey, do you? No, they're not gonna know. We don't watch none of that.
You know
they should know. They should be proud of this cock.
You know that.
This cock won a World Cup 8 years ago.
We get to the next topic, bro.
You know what it is? None of the guys on the pitch look nearly that big, so the jersey looks different, stretched out like that. Yeah, the lines and shit are a little more.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Spread across.
When we start football season, I'm gonna put this in my notes. I'm gonna make sure I ask every player we get on here about some soccer. Hey, growing up, who's some of your favorite athletes? Hey, did you? They gonna laugh at me.
Nah, they don't.
You think LeBron and James is Messi? Who's a greater athlete? They gonna laugh at us.
Yeah. Now I do agree with Shady though.
You should.
There is. Like, especially, so I got a chance to work with a lot of high school kids, top high school football players in the country, right? I asked all of them to name 3 soccer players. None of them could do it.
You should ask me.
Messi, Ronaldo,
couldn't do it.
Neymar. That was it. Like that was the only 3 names you heard. Yeah, exactly.
But David Beckham.
But if you ask an Argentinian who Jalen Brunson is, they'd have.
They don't know at all. No, they don't know at all.
But if you say, hey man, do you know who Michael Jordan is? Do you know who Kobe Bryant is?
Yeah, and we know Messi and we know Ronaldo.
We keep going. They got more dudes. You know who Shaquille O'Neal is.
Yeah. I agree. I would agree with Shady though.
Yeah,
but we would know his name. Next topic, Kieran.
We got to keep the show pushing. We got to talk about some Cleveland Browns news. There's apparently Shedeur Sanders trade rumors going on right now. ESPN Cleveland put this out. They said on the really, really big show, or just the really big, I'm really, really big, that there are talks and ongoing calls about the availability of Shedeur Sanders right now for the Cleveland Browns. Obviously performing well during OTA, saying that he's closing that gap to Deshaun Watson. Do you guys think Cleveland would be making a mistake if they were to trade Shedeur Sanders?
I don't think so. I think if you can find a willing buyer for Shedeur Sanders, you know what it is. You buy low, you sell high. If you get Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, you can probably acquire more than a 5th round pick for him. The only thought process for me is this. I wouldn't move off of Shedeur just yet because I'm not fully confident in Deshaun Watson. Is there a world where I trade Shedeur Sanders before the trade deadline? Absolutely. If Deshaun Watson shows me that he still has it in Cleveland, beyond the shadow of a doubt, I'm retaining Deshaun Watson. I'm letting him play out this year, letting him play out next year. I'm probably drafting a quarterback in this upcoming class, and I'm going from there. So is there some wisdom in conversations around trading Shedeur? Yes. Do I make the decision to trade Shedeur right now? No, because you do not know what you fully have in Deshaun Watson. But you don't need to keep Shedeur and Deshaun Watson on the same depth chart for 2 years. I just don't think so. What the hell is the point? And you also don't need Shedeur Sanders to be a backup. Shedeur has, in my mind, too much of a cultural gravitational pull to be a backup. Shedeur needs to be a starter, but he does not need to be your backup. Let him be somebody else's backup. Let somebody else deal with that. Otherwise, make Shedeur Sanders your starter. So if Shadeur's not going to be a starter in Cleveland, let him go be somebody else's backup.
You know what? This is the best news I heard all day. Let Shedeur go. He's a starter. His stardom ceiling is to the roof. The guy is that good. I think sometimes it's like because he's in Cleveland and they don't win and they don't do much good things in football. And then you bring in Deshaun Watson where a guy that's owed all this money, you're not going to see Shedeur like we want to. Let him go to a team where he's running the show. I think a fresh start from him, because he's still young, he's only in his 2nd year, a fresh start for him would be excellent. The kid is a superstar in this league, and he just needs the opportunity to show it. The few flashes that we seen last year as a true rookie, right, and all the stuff he dealt with the coach, you know how bad he was, and then they had Dylan Gabriel actually thinking he was going to be an NFL player for more than 3 years. Now if you put Shedeur Sanders on a real team, get him some real coaching and some support behind him, bro, who knows? Because the last time I know, when he had that support and he had that chance, he did great things in Jackson State and he did great things in Colorado.
What you say about college, Shady?
Everybody's good in college?
Everybody's good in college.
Okay, well, look, give him a shot. Let's find out. Let's find out if what I'm saying is true, that all guys are good in college, but the pros is different. Let's find out.
I'm not mad at the take. Like, if you can trade Shedeur, you trade Shedeur. But, Shady, here's what I don't want.
People want him. I'm
not trading him before Deshaun Watson shows me something. Ain't no way I'm going to move off
Shedeur. My thing is you got to pay him anyway. It don't matter how bad Deshaun Watson does. He's going to start this season.
The whole season, you think?
No, he's going to start this season.
Yeah, of course.
And my thing is, if Shedeur has a chance to get out of there, let's get out of there. Go to a new team, right? It's a lot of quarterbacks that need help.
Here's what you can't afford to do, and you know this. Imagine a world where Shedeur ends up being great, and you're the Browns. You can't trade Shedeur. Watch him go ball, become a Pro Bowl quarterback. Deshaun sucks.
Why not, though? That's what the Cleveland Browns been for years.
You get fired
They've been
for
a dysfunctional organization. They hold bad coaches in there too long.
Yeah.
What's the difference? It's what you won't be surprised.
I wouldn't, but I don't think Andrew Berry can. GMs get fired for decisions like that.
He should have been fired. I mean, what are we talking about? You put $200 million in Deshaun Watson's hands, all guaranteed. He's been awful.
Yep.
He should have been fired. He should have been fired. Now he's a brother though, so I hope he don't get fired.
Bam.
But I mean, if we just being honest.
Yeah. Where could Shedeur start?
Oh, a couple places. Where you want to start? We can start with the Vikings. We can start with the
I don't think
Arizona
Shedeur could start over Kyler today. Cardinals is cool.
First of all,
sure.
First and foremost, Kyler's not even starting right now. He's not the starter right now. He's having a battle right now with a quarterback that y'all don't think is that good. The truth is, I don't think much of him as a quarterback. I think he's more like an athlete. He's one of them guys where in college, he doesn't throw the ball great, but he runs the ball pretty good. It's like a mixture. That's what he is.
Cardinals is interesting.
Cardinals.
Like Shedeur to the Cardinals is interesting.
I could keep going.
Only where else you could go is the Dolphins, but they just got a young Malik, so that doesn't make.
Dolphins
Cardinals is the one.
I like the Falcons. They trying to figure things out over there too.
Nah.
You bring in Tua, like I mean,
but the problem is, remember, you just drafted a first rounder in Penix, plus you acquired Tua.
If that's the case, then so right there in the quarterback battle.
But if Shedeur goes to Atlanta, he's the 3. If Shedeur goes to Minnesota, he's the 3. Shedeur is currently the 2 in Cleveland. So I'm only going somewhere, Shady, where I can be 2 or above, which is why I like Arizona.
Listen, man, I like Arizona. That was my first choice.
Yep, I like that a lot.
But I just think, like, I mean, who are we kidding here, though? Like, we just be honest, like, what are we doing? Like, who's with the Jets? Geno Smith? Is that the quarterback?
I think it is. They got somebody else, didn't they?
Knock it off.
Is it Geno?
Jets? Yeah, they got Geno.
Come on, man. He got lots of. Man, come on, man.
So, but here's the thing. Now, if you're Shedeur, do you want to be traded? Because, like, bruh, you got it pretty good right now. Here's why. You got a coach who wanted you out of high school in Todd Monken. Then that same coach wanted to draft you. Remember, Baltimore tried to draft Shedeur Sanders. He didn't want to back up Lamar Jackson. You got a young, really talented running back in Quinshon Judkins, a quarterback's best friend and a tight end in Harold Fannin. You just drafted a receiver in the first round, plus receiver in the second round. You retooled the entire offensive line starting from the left guard over, moving right. And then I think you drafted an offensive lineman as well. So, like, if you're Shedeur and your competition is Deshaun Watson, he hasn't been good since 2020.
I just, man, it's something about the Cleveland Browns, man. It's like you ever hear that story about, never buy a house that mad people just died in, like a haunted house.
Yeah,
it's just like I don't even want to be here, man. It's just like ghosts gonna be going through everybody else is just bad.
Yeah,
like there's nothing good about Cleveland though, other than Myles Garrett, and he's going. What are we gonna talk about Cleveland about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's just go to a new team. I think the Cardinals would be a great one. All the other quarterbacks you talked about, I personally think that Shedeur would be a good battle for them. But if you don't want to have a quarterback battle, I get that. Go to the Cardinals.
Kieran, what do you make of Shedeur? From you've been monitoring this. You've obviously studied him back at Jackson State to Colorado, all the things. What do you make of the trade conversation?
Makes no sense at all to me. I mean, obviously, I do think you could get something better than a 5th-round pick for him right now if you were to trade him. I just don't see the reason in trading for him if you're another team. Maybe it's for quality depth, but I think Shedeur's in a situation where he possibly could start this year and then add more value to a possible trade situation if he shows he can play well. But even then, it doesn't make sense to me right now. It doesn't really make too much sense. I'm not trading if I'm an opposing team's GM. I'm not trading for a guy that I saw for 7-8 games last year. Played really not that great, but I'm hearing great things about him in practice. Obviously, I think he's worth more than a 5th-round pick, which was where he was taken. But it doesn't make a lick of sense to me at all for him to be on the trade block right now.
Now, did I convince you in regards to this? Deshaun Watson, say they start 3-3, 4-3, 3-4. Deshaun Watson has 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. It's not bad.
That's great for him.
Do you move off of Shedeur at that point? Because there's no need in my mind to have Shedeur and Deshaun. So he's healthy.
Are you still paying him like a 5th-round draft pick?
Exactly right.
And you have a quality backup?
Sure, but if you could move off of Shedeur and go get a 3rd. Because think about it, quarterbacks are injured by then.
Can I draft another Shedeur as my backup with that 3rd?
I think you bump that. I think you could manipulate that 3rd to go get you more draft capital to get you other positions. A backup quarterback is nice and all.
I don't hate that.
You know what I mean?
Like, it makes more sense after seeing what you get from Deshaun.
Yes.
If Deshaun goes out there and he's the Deshaun Watson we saw in 2020 in Houston, absolutely, by all means. If you think you can get more value than what you're paying for, what you gave up or what you drafted him with, absolutely do it. But it's all dependent on what Deshaun Watson can actually do.
Where do you stand on my take on this? Because it's a little polarizing. Shedeur having too much gravitational pull to be a backup. I think, I don't want a backup, personally, I don't want a backup that's going to garner that much attention. Go start. Go start for
It's
me.
situational. It's because it's the Cleveland Browns. It's because there's a question mark at the starting quarterback position. If it was Shedeur Sanders at Buffalo, do you think there would still be this, he should... No.
But he wouldn't end up there just because...
No, I understand he wouldn't end up there, but what I'm saying is the starting quarterback position matters. If it was him in Los Angeles with the Chargers even, Justin Herbert hasn't done crazy numbers in the playoffs and whatnot, but there wouldn't be any conversation about Shedeur starting over. It's because you went out there and you started Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. That's why the backup position is now getting more attention.
I think it's a little different because first of all, I think a lot of his attention comes from what he did in college and how good he is and his name on his back of his jersey.
Sure.
And the way that they treated him, the way the NFL schemed up. Look, let's make this guy supposed to be a first day player in a draft, go top 10. Now he's going the 5th round. Yep. That had a lot to do with it too.
Yep.
Secondly, Shedeur's not going to be on a team like a Buffalo or Ravens because I'm not like a backup. I'm a franchise quarterback. I need to be for a team where I can be the franchise guy. So that situation will never happen. Why he's a star, I think because he has that stardom about him, that swagger, that energy. I think his name helps him out. And also the way the NFL went against this dude. But a young black kid like that, like nobody wants to be part of that. So and you can't hide how they did it. That's why I think he's such a big, draw.
I can hear that.
I think that as much as he comes with in terms of like how much attention he garners, people asking him stuff. He's a 5th round quarterback, getting questioned by in the locker room. All time might not even play it or didn't play well, but he's getting questioned as a backup. He also is selling hella jerseys. He's also putting hella butts in seats.
Yep.
He's also got a lot of people cheering for him and cheering against. So I think you take the good with the bad with Shedeur, and also if he becomes that guy, he's going to blow up any franchise he's at, and it's going to do way more good than it is harm. So
absolutely, it is just about the play of the starter, though.
Yeah,
in my opinion, like Shedeur's not going to be a headline if Deshaun Watson is out there balling. He's just not. He's not going to be a headline if he ends up being on the bench. Yeah. Obviously, Shedeur is polarizing. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But if Deshaun Watson goes out there and maybe has the Browns contending for the AFC North, it won't happen. But if that ends up happening, you're not hearing about Shedeur anymore. And it's a similar situation to me. Like Tim Tebow had so much crazy hype coming into the league. Now, obviously, I think Shedeur is a 10 times better pro prospect. Exactly. Yeah, he was weak. But there was a lot of conversation about, he was a backup to Kyle Orton through 13 weeks. Mm-hmm. Then Kyle Orton ends up getting hurt. Tim Tebow got his chance. Now it's like a big old thing. But whenever Kyle Orton was actually playing or playing halfway decent, we weren't asking for Tim Tebow to get in the game. Yeah. But as soon as Tebow came in and sort of played well, then it was like, okay, cool. We want to see more Tebow. We want to see him in a playoff game.
When he goes to New England, ain't nobody easy.
Yeah. When Tim Tebow went to New England, who was talking about Tim Tebow?
Yeah.
Nobody. Now he was weak. I understand. Shedeur's way better.
That excuse because Tim was like real.
I'm talking about how polarizing he was.
Not talent,
but how polarizing he was, and in the position that he was on the depth chart. That's the only player that's comparable.
Tim Tebow's type of talent, he should never go higher than the 3rd string. He should stay like 3rd string. He should never go higher than that. Right now, 4th string is like pickup team. Just pick him up.
Practice squad.
What I'm saying is that ain't Shedeur. I don't care what they had going on in Florida.
Of course.
Yeah. Shedeur can really play. Shedeur can really be a starter. Where Tim Tebow could never really should have ever been a starter. That's just why. So I don't want to even compare Tim Tebow with Shedeur. Disrespectful to Shedeur.
But
I'm not talking about their skill set.
What do you mean?
The only reason I don't think you can say that yet, Tebow did go on. Like respectfully, he did go to a playoff and win a playoff game.
Bro,
he wasn't good.
What you not about to tell me
he wasn't good.
That he won a game. I don't believe in that. I'm not gonna do the whole. What's his name?
He did though.
We dude from Fox.
Skip.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that, bro. You play awful, and dudes on your team hated playing on the offense because you was bad. You threw one slant, my man breaks all his tackles and scored. I'm not gonna do that. The defense played great all game. You're not gonna tell me that he led that team there. You're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let you.
He had like a 40-yard scramble.
He did go 7-4 as a starter. That's
what I'm saying, bro. I can't be disrespectful.
He was horrible, but
so wait. When y'all start talking about these quarterbacks winning games, bro, I hate when y'all act like this winning is all in the quarterback stat.
I'm not
because he's a prime example of that.
But I can't be disrespectful and say that Shedeur has been better than Tim already.
Well, I didn't.
You know,
wait, hold up. Wait, who's a better? This quarterback in the pros. Who's you?
Shedeur hasn't given me a reason to say Shedeur.
Acho, I'm asking you, bro.
I can't say Shedeur right now. Tim Tebow's not good. I played with Tim, but that's my dog though. Love.
Shedeur's a
I
Pro
don't care,
Bowler.
dog or not, dog. He's weak. Come on, man.
But Tim did more. You always say it. You have to lace the
What did he do?
He won games.
I ain't gonna do this with you, bro.
Did he make a Pro Bowl?
I'll tell you this much: if they both had to fight for a job, who gonna win that job?
You're sick.
It's true.
If they had a competition for one more spot at quarterback,
I would hope
Shedeur's
Shedeur.
winning.
I didn't say hope. I don't want you. I want you to just give me your guess.
Shedeur.
Right.
But
exactly.
but you've taught me this. You've taught me this. You can't take away what somebody actually did. Tebow actually went out. Like you can't take it away.
I'm not taking away from nothing he did.
You just said Shedeur's already better than Tebow.
I'm saying as who's a better quarterback. If you had to take one of them, you just say you're gonna take Shedeur. If you ask a wide receiver, man, I ain't about to play with you, man.
Of course, Shedeur.
So why are we?
Because Tebow did it. I just can't disrespect. You told me this. You can't disrespect what somebody did.
Yeah, he did. He did do it though.
You just told me that you would take Shedeur if you had to pick a quarterback.
Of course.
So how's he not better?
He thinks he's better.
I think he just hasn't done it. That's all. I'm disrespecting the man. I'm just respecting the man. Let's get some super chats before we move.
Let's get some super chats pulled up here then. I'm going to start off with Money Mark 0 because I didn't get to finish this super chat from last time. He said hashtag PayTray, hashtag Carebear, hit 10 push-ups. He's not going to do it. He can't do it. He won't do it. Darnell Thickpin said, why does General Manager Bear get upset how other GMs run their teams? Love the show, though. It's been my therapy through sobriety. Shout out to you and your sobriety journey. Wish you the best. Free Band said, you guys don't know ball. The Heat will be fine / great. It's crazy. Great is crazy. Davion Mitchell had 28 and was 12 for 24 in the play-in. If he knows him, he plays hard come playoffs. And Powell is an all-star. That is facts. I love Norman Powell. Swaggy D-Dot said, I find it funny, delusional Shady. I thinks his neighborhood is the only neighborhood in the world. Also, when people do stupid things, they deserve to be held accountable. I don't care if they're athletes or not.
Where'd that come from? What's his name?
That was Swaggy D-Dot.
I'm going to keep check mark for that. That was a Karen / Trey sometimes. That was one of y'all. Like,
that was one of our takes?
Yeah.
He's one of us.
Hating on the athletes and all that.
Yeah. Sorry, I believe in accountability. Cameron Brown said there are worse places to be in the U.S. than Miami when it comes to weather and scenery. Congrats to Giannis. Top Shot has said, happy Monday, fellas. Start bench cut. Y'all ready for this?
Oh, wow.
Start bench cut Jordan Retros. We got the Chicago ones.
Oh.
We got the Bread 4. This is easy for me. The Bread 4s or the Concord 11s.
Oh, this is easy for me.
Chicago ones are getting cut.
Chicago ones are getting cut.
Yeah. It's not even close.
Yeah, Chicago ones are getting cut. I might start the Concord 11s. I like the Concord.
Historically, like if you had asked me 2 years ago,
Red 4s are beautiful though.
Concord 11s would have been my number one choice. But recently, I've been rocking the 4s very, very tough. At this point today, June 22nd, 2026, I'm starting the Bread 4s.
What do you think the best
benching the
one
Concord
is?
11s and cutting the Chicago ones.
What do you think the best Jordan is though? I think it's the 4. The 4 is beautiful.
The 4 is amazing.
Hurts the hell out of my toes, bro.
Yeah.
But beautiful shoe.
I love
absolutely beautiful shoe.
4s and 11s are my favorite.
4s and 11s are tough. I don't like all the 11s though. I don't like Bread 11s.
3s is the most overrated retro.
3s, I think 3s and 2s are low key kind of ugly.
You said 3s and 2s?
3s and 2s. Yeah.
I actually like the 2s. 3s are
Did you
trash.
ever wait in line for the sneakers?
No.
You ever wait in line for the sneakers?
No.
I had a plug or I
didn't have
get
money.
Them. Yeah.
I didn't have money.
Wait, I am curious real quick. Yesterday you said you spent half your check on a pair of shoes. What was them shoes? You said $180.
The ones, it was the Nike when the Vapor, the Vapor
Maxes.
Yeah, the Vapor Maxes came out. Yeah,
that's a bet.
I got some Vapor Maxes.
Keeping it moving. Bilal Billion said, Ja to Minnesota or Atlanta. What are y'all thinking? Even without the depth, Miami is finishing 5th to 7th seed. I agree. And I hate that Giannis has to deal with that.
But
5th to 7th seed. That's not fine.
That's better than they've been the last 6 years.
In the East, that's not fine.
No, I'm saying, bro, they've been 9, 8, 10. You got better.
You don't trade for Giannis and be okay with your team being the 5th to 7th seed.
No, but y'all are suggesting 5th to 7th seed at worst.
Well, my thing is though,
that's a playing team.
Acho, because it's better than Milwaukee.
7th seed is a playing team. That you traded Giannis to be in the play-in.
You ain't even seen where the Heat have been at, bro. The Heat have been.
Yeah, Heat have been bad, but
if I trade Giannis Antetokounmpo, I don't want my team to be even considered as a realistic possibility to be in the NBA play-in. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
like that,
disgusting.
The thing about it, though, if you look at it, this year I wouldn't trip because the East is so.
Yeah.
Because what were the Pacers last year? What seed were they?
This
fourth?
This most recent
the year they went to the
oh.
finals. Weren't they like a 4, 5, 6?
No, I think they were the first or second seed.
Oh, were they?
They weren't first. They were high though. They were top 3 seed.
They were 4th.
Okay, they were 4th. Yeah.
4th seed. Knicks were 3.
Knicks were 3.
Yeah, Knicks were 3. They were 3 this year, last year too. And then
the Cavs were the 1 seed. Yeah,
so
that's right.
That's
what
what I'm getting at
seed.
is like, I'm not really tripping on an Eastern Conference team being a 3, 4, 5, 6 seed because we've just seen it.
Yeah.
The ones the last couple years of Cavs 2 years ago, Pistons this past year.
Yeah.
I just don't think it matters in the East as much.
That's fair. I do like that. Jada, Minnesota or Atlanta? Would y'all like to see that?
I don't want to see John Ant. I would never. Please, Lord, spare me.
Too much YN energy,
that, bro.
Too much YN energy.
Ja, it didn't even be a case study on Ja, bro. They're just the trajectory was so high, and then now it has not.
Wait,
been the
y'all
same.
don't want to see that? Are y'all kidding me?
I don't know what Ja is as a player
play
now.
above the rim. You got attitude. You got some. You know what I mean?
I don't hate
you
it.
need some of that.
I don't hate it. Yeah,
I love that. I love that mixed up.
I don't hate it.
Nah,
And
I'd
I
rather
think
see
they
him
both
in
keep each
Minnesota
other
than Atlanta.
accountable. Like, yo, you can't act like that. I
Oh
can't act
no,
like that.
that ain't. Now that's not gonna happen. You're trolling.
No,
now.
hell no.
No,
That's
I'm not.
accountable.
No, you're trolling.
When you got two dudes,
Anthony Edwards and John Morant hold each other accountable.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
What
That
I'm
is some do his ass hoops though. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
That's really what that is. Do his ass right. That's
Nah, but it's like-
they are playing some do his ass hoops out
They
there, bro.
are, yeah.
You don't think they can hold each other accountable? Like, yo, bro, listen. It's fans like y'all that's talking how y'all talk, and they like, you know what? Let's change the narrative, bro.
You think them two are
I
going
think
to
a
make
lot.
it?
I think a lot.
accountable.
That is NBA Street 2004.
That is very
dream
hopeful of you,
team,
Shady.
bro.
I like that optimism.
That
Bucks
was a
have-
Michael Vick jersey take, brother.
It's sad, man.
Hey, Don 78702.
Y'all hate on the athletes. Y'all gotta stop.
Shit.
Man.
They judging again. I don't like that.
They judging and they.
My fault, gang.
Yeah, I never put a jersey on past middle school, so I'm unqualified to speak on boneheaded athletes. Now, Don 78702 said Bucks have an Indiana roster now similar. That's yet to be seen. There's no Tyrese Halliburton over there.
Yeah.
LXOWE said Bear needs to be suspended without pay and give the pay to trade for that cock statement. Hashtag pay trade. That is
man,
crazy.
I'm the only one in here that had knowledge of the cock. So that's y'all's issue.
You
don't
also
watch-
the only one to hear this twerk on camera.
That's true.
Hey,
That is
hey,
For
definitely
millions
true.
of people.
Hey,
On or off
hey,
camera.
hold on. What was that last part?
Facts.
What was that last part?
For millions of people.
Man, I'm saying.
That makes it worse.
And I'm gonna be
It's the wall.
and I'm gonna be the first millionaire in here without CTE. So anyway, it's okay.
Hey,
It's okay.
That's crazy.
I'm just
John
saying.
Morant
I'm just
and them ain't
saying.
doing that.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, they not.
They ain't
not.
twerking
I don't
on
we
that.
gotta worry about no
Last
twerking going on.
super chat, bro.
Last one, we gotta keep it
championships,
moving. What's good? Acho, Shady, Carebear trade. Could a Shedeur, Jalen Milroe trade happen?
Jalen Miro.
Yeah, what?
Oh, where did that come from?
Man, Shedeur is
I don't
way
like
better
that
than him. We
They
ain't
would
doing
never
that.
go
Yeah.
1 for 1.
Yeah, huh?
They would never go 1 for 1.
That's wild.
And also, I'd rather back up Deshaun than Sam Darnold coming off a Super Bowl.
Rather back up Deshaun. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
Deshaun
sure.
is the path of least resistance.
I agree.
If
It's
you're looking
in Cleveland.
Yes.
Yes.
If you're looking at every quarterback in the NFL who you can usurp, give me Deshaun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't give me Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, give me Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby or Deshaun. I don't want
about-
Darnold
what
coming off a
about,
Super Bowl or maybe Geno.
Geno too. Geno's
Yeah. And also, what? I don't think y'all mentioned.
mine?
Give me Tua. Give me Tua Tagovailoa.
What about the Saints though?
Penix too.
What about the
Yeah.
Saints with Shuck? Like
No,
he just,
hell no.
I
They
know
love
he,
him.
Nah,
I know he
Shuck's
looks
not
really
that,
good, but
man.
he's a young,
nice.
like they could get in
nah,
there and battle
Baltimore
though.
like
They
him.
love him.
Man,
They love him.
Love him.
Baltimore wanted him, got him, and now he's
love
big.
him.
But what I'm
And
saying
he's
is,
balling.
if he comes out and has a sophomore slump shitty year, and Shedeur's there as the backup,
then
hey,
there's bigger
Shedeur get
issues
in.
than
Just
that.
about
Tyler Shuck.
path of least resistance.
I like the Vikings too.
Of course you do.
like
Shady.
that.
Stop.
Two backups over there.
That's all I
go
got.
ahead,
Super
King.
Chat.
All right,
It's on you, bro.
Before we gotta
Yeah.
talk last topic of the day, we got some NBA news. The Timberwolves free up significant salary with the remaining 2 years of Julius Randle's deal after they shipped his ass to Guantanamo, also
bag of
known
chips.
as the Brooklyn Nets, for a bag of chips. And really, what was a salary dumping move? They ended up getting the 33 pick in the draft and gave them Julius Randle, and they got Nick Claxton
Claxton
to
ain't bad.
the Chicago Bulls as well. They also re-signed Ayo Dosunmu to a 5-year, $112 million contract with a player option for the 5th season. Timberwolves made it a priority to lock him up. He's a really solid player as
Can
well.
we stop real quick with this one? This
Yeah.
one I don't get about the NBA.
Why don't
'Cause
you
he
get?
showed some flashes, right?
Yeah.
But yo, the year before that, was he on the team?
No, he's with the Bulls.
He's with the Bulls.
He wasn't bad with the Bulls though.
Especially toward the end of the season, he
Bro,
looked good.
I can hoop, bro.
Like, the
I think that was a
T-Wolves,
great pickup.
the T-Wolves made the right decision. Like, I love
Yeah.
the decision because if y'all remember, Ayo at the press conference was like, it's time for me to go get paid.
Yeah.
Right? He was like, it's time. I've been backing up DiVincenzo. Ant-Man's here. Let me go get paid.
True.
DiVincenzo got hurt. That's why Ayo finally got some burn. When he finally got some burn, remember, he rescued them from a game. I think it was
Absolutely.
round one.
He did look good.
Rescued them from
Nah,
a
he's-
game.
112 though.
NBA. You know NBA.
Yeah, no,
Like,
the thing is though,
NBA.
Ayo,
And he's Nigerian.
you show that promise. Yeah, and he's Nigerian. Yeah, no,
gonna get his
definitely.
bag.
But no,
But-
do you guys think Ant should be happy that the Wolves moved off of Julius Randle? though?
ecstatic. Addition by subtraction is what the hell just happened with Ant moving off of Julius Randle and the T-Wolves. Julius Randle sold Ant not once but twice, back-to-back years. And what this year taught us was that you have to have a quality, competent number two who can carry the load when you can't. And Julius Randle's never been able to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Ever.
I agree, Acho. I mean, actually, after this trade, Ant-Man is so happy he's not going to text him goodbye. I'm gonna see. when I see.
FaceTime and Cat.
I will say this though, but is Ant-Man happy about this deal? I don't think so.
Here's why.
I don't think so, bro.
About the Ayo deal.
Listen, all these guys are to get $100 million. I ain't giving it to him.
Nah,
No.
here's why. Of all the players, remember, it was Ayo who helped save Ant because Ant was the one who was hurt. Ayo, like, think about it. When Randle disappeared.
I hear you though, right?
Yep.
But when if I got to pick some players in the NBA to give $100 million to, I'm not giving it to him. If I'm Ant-Man, I'm not doing it.
If you're Ant-Man and you were on the bench during the playoffs, I do not think it is unfair to say that Ayo Dosunmu was the second most important player on the Timberwolves this playoffs. I watched every Timberwolves game. Somebody correct me. I know you hoop-head, everybody.
Balled, bro.
I do not think it is
the
second best player
in the
I
whole
do,
playoffs
for the T-Wolves. I do not think that is an unfair statement. Like that
I
is
don't know
how
about that.
that's both how good he was, Shady, and how clutch he was.
I don't know, man. I watched him though. He's not bad. He plays hard. He had a couple 14, 15-point games. What's he average?
He averaged some 30
in the playoffs.
What's he average? Like 14 points a game, something like that.
And in the playoffs, he averaged 21.8.
Yeah,
and then not like a couple 14. Remember, he came in
Against
and dropped the
Denver.
21
He dropped 43.
You know what it is?
He saved him, Kieran. That's what I'm trying to remind y'all.
I'm in that
like,
world
that
where
was in the
I just
Denver
gotta see.
series.
I just gotta see it
Denver
more.
series.
I see it a lot of times when these things happen, where a player shows some flashes, right, to do well for the moment. They sign them, and then it's like it's not what we thought.
Yeah, he struggled heavily against the Spurs.
My thing with Ant-Man, I need him to get
he
some
didn't
for
play well.
sure.
He was hurt, though. Remember,
But my
he was
thing
hurt.
with Ant-Man, I need him to get a for sure player. Are you sold on him yet? Are you sold?
No, I want Ayo to be a number 4, number 3. Ayo's not my number 2.
You give him $100 million
He's
though?
not my number 2.
I can't. I don't want to do
But
that.
they got rid of a lot of money in Randle. Yeah.
Because he was a problem. Y'all gotta
Ant-Man needs some real help,
But
bro.
Shady, here's the problem. They were not going to be able to retain Ayo if they kept Randle. That's why I think it was a brilliant move.
Yeah.
Get rid of Randle so you can retain Ayo. Because here's the problem, 2-5. If you get rid of Ayo, you got to go find Ayo. You got to go find an Austin Reeves. You got to go. So you get rid of him. You got to go find him. You might as well keep him in the building. Lakers finna pay Austin Reeves what, $140? You know what I'm saying? Like those are the conversations the Lakers are having.
But I could justify giving him 140, giving him 112. I could justify that, bro.
I don't know
I don't know if you can.
That's
just
Not in the playoffs.
I don't know
But I'm not even gonna go back and forth about who's a better player. Who's a better player?
In the playoffs? And you've taught me this.
How many times
you taught me this.
How many times he played in the playoffs for the Timberwolves? One
And he's
time.
and then that one time he's outperformed Austin Reeves 3 times.
Listen what we saying though. We banking on a guy that had one solid year with the Timberwolves. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that business.
Okay.
I don't want to pay a guy $100 million off of a couple of good moments this season. I don't want to do that. That's just me.
Like, bruh, it's every day at this point.
God, dog,
y'all heard of
Kieran.
Chew-Bear over there?
God,
Like, come on, bro.
Weak as
What was
hell,
that?
Kieran. Sneezing and shit, bro.
I'm
like,
just saying
bro,
the championship
what's
teams do that.
Shit crazy.
Here's the thing.
The Knicks ain't doing that.
The Knicks have done it.
Paying guys with a couple good moments.
I'm saying like the Knicks wouldn't let. You're not
OKC ain't doing that.
You're not letting a guy walk out your building just to have to go find his replacement.
What I'm saying is though, like you got to prove it. The thing with sports is now, even in my sport in football, we want to. Y'all do a lot of it. Praise people before they actually get to earn it. My thing is, I'm not hating on the young brother, but yo, go earn that. To give somebody $100 million though, dog, and to help Ant-Man, because guess what happened? If he doesn't do what we think he's going to do, now Ant-Man gets in trouble.
yeah.
Not even him, Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So
the playoffs is
get
what
a
gets
real
people.
player.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just that's just the market though. Also, and whenever in a year that has a bad free agency market, it's a lot like what you saw in 2016, where you had Austin Rivers, who balled in the playoffs, had a good little playoff series, and then ended up getting paid afterwards. It's the same thing that you see from other players. Timothy Mozgov gets a huge contract and whatnot. Like These players just get big contracts because they show up or they play decent. And if you show up bad in the playoffs, though, like a Julius Randle, who was their second best player all season, mostly, before Jaden McDaniels ended up having to step up, who was also their second best player. Yeah, just Jaden McDaniels.
Forgot about
but you had Julius Randle not perform, average 12 points in a series, and you know what? I can't do it. I have to get off of you. I have to. So to me, it's just
it was the right decision.
It was the right decision.
Right
the problem, and now you freed up some room. You re-signed Ayo to a big deal. It was worth it because I think now him the combo of him and DiVincenzo, those are guys that you know can show up and actually get some buckets.
Yeah.
Now, who's really stepping up? Do you really think Jaden McDaniel steps up, or are you looking for a big fish right now?
He's turned the corner though. I think McDaniels has turned the corner because 2 years ago we didn't see this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This year he changed, so he needs to stay on this turn.
But realistically speaking, I think the pressure's on Ant, and here's why.
It's always on Ant.
But here's why.
He has to develop.
If bingo. If Ant can continue to develop like Jaden, and you got to trust everybody to get better. Like Ayo got better, Jaden got better, Ant, you get better.
Ant got better.
No.
Ant got better last season.
He got better last season.
But my thing is,
he didn't get better this season.
Wait. Oh God.
Shady, it's objective. Ant didn't get better this season. He got better last season. He developed a 3-point shot.
Yeah.
But he didn't get better this season.
Wow. Like to say he needs to develop more. He can add to his game, but to develop more, that's talk for like these other guys.
No, you have to.
Shady, no,
LeBron had to develop after his first two MVPs.
Shady, you got Ant rose-colored glasses on, bro. Ant is not the player that he's going to be. He's not at all the player that he's going to be.
What's he get better at?
I think Ant has to understand defenses. He got to understand defenses. Ant far too often goes quiet in games because he doesn't understand how to negotiate with the blitz. He doesn't understand how to move off the ball and get the ball out of his hands and then run through screens. Like he's got to. I remember Iman Shumpert talking about Steph Curry, and Iman was like, "I could lock up most defenders. The problem with Steph is Steph could play off the ball." Iman was like, I'm a great on-ball defender. Yeah. I think Ant has to get better at playing off the ball, and also he has to get better at learning how to deal with the blitz and learning how to deal with the double team.
Let me jump in here though too. Whenever it comes to the Ant
in that conversation,
when it comes to the Ant conversation right now, Ant is amazing right now. He's an incredible player. I don't think he's good enough to be a championship one right now. But also, in my honest opinion, I don't know if he can develop much more than what he has developed into now. He's an incredible player.
Man.
I don't know if he's a championship one, given where he's at right now. And that's what I was going to ask you guys. Do you think right now his skill set is championship one type material?
Yes.
Duh.
Yes. Hold on, but there's a difference. Yes. There's a difference between skill set, because I don't like how you asked that question, but I like the question. There's a difference between skill set and the intangibles. Skill set, duh. Shoot, run, heart, tenacity, athleticism,
defend.
Yes. Defend, yes.
Defend.
Do I think that Ant-Man has that like cerebral aspect of the game? No, not like how Brunson has that cerebral aspect of the game.
What about Cat? Is Cat this?
No, but Cat's not a championship one.
Cat's not a championship one.
Championship one. Yeah, he can't be on a championship team.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't say.
Is Luka championship one?
I think he's better. I think he's
better than
Anthony
Let him answer. Let these guys answer.
The only reason I can't say yes just yet is because both Luka's defensive liability has made it hard because now you got to supplement so many other areas. That's the only reason I can't jump and say yes.
And to Kieran's point, Kieran said, Ant, I don't see how much better Ant can get. Has he hit? Luka's not going to get much better than the production that we've gotten out of him.
Yeah, I agree. I think what you're seeing is the best that you're going to see out of Luka.
So is Luka number one?
I think he could be in a better situation. I think Anthony Edwards also could be in a much better situation.
Okay, now,
I think Luka is further along that road. If y'all don't think Luka's not a championship one, I'm not going to argue on that. My point is, I think he's further along than Anthony Edwards as seen in playoff performances because I've seen bad series out of Ant.
Why?
My thing is, when you look at championship ones, I think Jalen Brunson better than Ant right now.
Yeah.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander better than Ant right now.
JB.
The Jokic. JB or Jason Tatum. More complete right now.
I'm taking
play with a better team.
Over JB, though.
So you taking him over JT too then? Because you like JB over JT from what you told me about half hour ago.
I like Ant-Man, bro. I'm taking Ant-Man over JT too. That's just me. I'm taking that.
This is the thing that I say about Anthony Edwards and his PR being amazing. Way more amazing than what the actual results have been.
His PR is
crazy.
Wait, hold up.
I reached my
Why though? Ant-Man, the truth.
You don't like Wemby. You don't like Wemby. And he just took a team to the finals in his first.
Wemby. That's not.
Bro, okay, sorry. You're not fond of Wemby and where he's at right now, or him getting too much praise. And he just took a team. He just took a team that didn't, in my opinion, have as many complete pieces around it as Anthony Edwards has had his last 3 playoff runs.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's real. Ant-Man with this Spurs
I like
team,
Anthony Edwards a
got
lot.
If,
I don't know if he can develop more. I think he's an incredible basketball player. Don't be wrong. And a playoff performer. I love what he has.
I just think that
he needs serious help, though. He needs a legit second guy that's near him to go win the championship.
That's the problem, though. See, but it's
that's
like
real, though.
You make everything an Ant-Man issue. It's always Ant-Man. But the truth is he needs a real number 2. Right?
Yeah.
He needs that. He don't have that. He don't have no other number 2. I think if he gets that, I think the story will be a little different.
How good does that number 2 have to be?
Because it was Cat and it was Julius.
I watched Jalen Brunson
like,
just win with Karl Anthony Towns
point,
as his number 2.
To this point,
how good does that 2 have to be?
Hold on, let me
Anthony Towns has played way better than Randle in these playoffs.
And he
right?
Sure, he was all. He was a better player than Randle.
But hold on, Kieran asked a great point, but that needs an answer, not even rhetorically. Genuinely, how good does this number 2 have to be? Does it have to be second team All NBA or better?
No.
It needs to be a top 15 player in the NBA type number 2.
Somebody like Cat, like his type of.
Not enough. I don't think Shady has enough.
I disagree.
Cat was on his team.
Yeah, but Cat didn't play.
Cat was on his team with a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year.
But the Cat look the same way he did with this playoffs with the New York Knicks.
But then you got to ask yourself why.
Why? Because Jalen Brunson's a better one than Anthony Edwards is.
Because Cat disappeared the final 3 games. You know, now shout out to OG.
I felt like Cat played a lot better, and I always thought that Cat played some dumb basketball. Mm-hmm. He played a little bit smarter basketball with New York. I thought that he wasn't getting always these foul troubles. He got late in the game. He got late foul troubles with the Spurs.
Yep.
But some other games, he wasn't doing them.
But then you got to go back to why. Cat didn't have to do anything in the Spurs series. Now, if you want to go series before that, what was it?
2 series before that.
Yeah, but the Spurs series, Cat didn't have to do anything.
I mean, you're talking about 1 series, but what are the other series, though?
The 2 before that, Cat had to show up. Yeah.
Okay, they count. And
against the Celtics, Cat had to show up against the Celtics.
He played this playoffs, other than the Spurs last 2 games, Cat played solid.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Cat play that well. So what I'm saying is
Sixers.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Cat, that type of Cat with New York, right? It wasn't super great, but it was really, really good.
Who has a real facilitator as the primary ball handler.
But Brunson ain't just setting people up with assists.
No, but he's a better facilitator than Anthony Edwards is, especially in big games.
But here's the other thing. When you have Brunson, you don't got to do as much.
Yeah.
That's the thing,
Brunson's
Shady.
a more cerebral
I don't
player.
think you're taking into account 2-5. Like,
y'all got to pick and choose y'all.
No, I'm saying this. Brunson is going to shoot always 28, 25 times a game.
Because y'all said they shot bad early in the Spurs series. Y'all was like basically saying that wasn't good enough, right? But late in the game, he sealed the deal. Okay, so.
But it wasn't Cat. So the question is, like, how good of the... truth be told, I was thinking about this while y'all were talking. I think Ant-Man is a poor man's Kevin Durant.
Ant-Man is a poor man's Kevin Durant.
You feel me? Like, Kevin Durant, once he went to the Warriors, cleaned up shop. And went to the Warriors, and some would argue was a better player than Steph. But has Kevin Durant shown us that he can be a championship one outside of his number 2 and number 3 being top 15 players of all time and the second best shooter of all time? I think Ant-Man is a very poor man's KD.
How about Jay Will? Number 2, Jay Will.
No, not good enough.
I think he's good enough to win.
I think when you look
Who else
at
won chips? OKC,
Celtics.
I think when you look at talent as far as what he is as a player and whatnot, he's gonna need a real bona fide top 15 player in the league to be his number 2 to win a championship. Because he's not leading. Sorry, I don't think he's leading a team that doesn't have that level of player to a championship.
I disagree.
I've seen him have a good, solid supporting cast.
I disagree a little bit because we've seen teams win without having the 1-2 punch. The game is just getting away from the 1-2 punch.
With better ones, though. With better ones.
I'm lost what you saying, Trey.
Trey,
they got number 2. We said Cat. So number 2.
But it was a conversation between it was Cat or OG.
So that's
not
a bona fide 1-2 punch.
I agree with what you're saying. The difference is it's a better number 1.
Yeah.
It's a better one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We mentioned Luka at the beginning of this. I would like Luka on that Timberwolves team in 24 with Cat, with Rudy, with Jaden McDaniels. I think that would look a whole lot better than what he had with
better one.
Yeah, better one.
Nah. I think
it's just a better
one.
I
think the Knicks is a little different just because that team I've never seen a team other than the Warriors have that type of chemistry. Like, they all know they role, bro. Like, even a dude like Josh Hart, he's not no superstar. But, for his role, I ain't going to score today. I'm gonna play great defense, and I'm gonna get all these freaking rebounds, loose balls. Cat, sometimes Cat's scoring, sometimes he's not. OG, he do it all. And then Bridges, like Mikal Bridges, sometimes he just be doing what he got to do, playing defense and shooting the three ball. Like that team was just a really good team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I hate to use them because collectively, bro, they work.
I don't think Anthony Edwards wins a ring with that team, though. It's my thing.
I'm with you.
He doesn't.
I think he does, though.
You saying Brunson for
AD?
Brunson. If you just swapped Jalen Brunson for Anthony Edwards, did the Knicks win the championship this year?
I don't want to play that if game like that because
I'm asking him because I know you don't do hypotheticals.
No, because they don't have a ball handler. I don't want Ant being my primary ball handler over Brunson. Brunson.
These are the things that I'm
saying.
Jose
Alvarado's got to be my starting point guard now.
Yeah, these are the things that I'm saying.
That's hard to do that because on another note, it's like him and Brunson are similar. The only difference is for me, I think Brunson is better closing the game and like leading a team. He's always did it. High school he's did it. College he's did it. So that's the different part.
He's also better. You can't just blitz a guy.
And the clutch part. But another thing is like. And y'all both said it. You and Acho was saying like, yo, he's taking a lot of shots and he's shooting bad, right? That sometimes Ant does that.
Hell yeah.
The difference is like to close the game out because my team kept me close enough. That my team kept me in the game. See, we don't want to talk about that part. That Knicks team kept him in the game when he shot bad. I kept saying that. Then late in the game, he closed it out. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I think Ant-Man could play them roles. Only difference is, I don't know if he's the leader and he can close like Brunson. I don't know if he can do that.
But that is the difference. Because the game 5 against the Spurs, it came down to the close. Game 2 against the Spurs, it came down to the close. So, like, that's the series. You know what I mean?
But I also think this, though. I think if Luka was on the Knicks, I don't think they win the championship. Because I don't think he's a better closer. I don't think he has. He leads. He's a leader like Brunson.
I think he's a closer.
He don't got that type of thing in him. He don't got that.
I think he's a good closer, but I think from an unselfish standpoint, that New York Knicks team was predicated on unselfishness. The Spurs said Josh Hart is going to have to beat us from the 3-point line, and Josh Hart said, "Okay, I'm gonna beat y'all from the 3-point line," and got him one game. If Luka's on that team, I don't know if Luka's as much of a willing passer to Josh Hart shooting threes as.
I hate this argument when you do this though, because what did the Mavericks have to do to beat OKC?
Yeah, rely on.
What did they have to do?
Rely on other cats shooting the
They needed
ball.
PJ Washington to go nuclear, and they did it.
And he did.
Yeah.
What did they need also to beat OKC? They needed Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively to be extremely good. And what did Luka do? He created those opportunities for him.
Yeah. Luka's a way better passer than Brunson. Luka. Now, if Hart gonna make it, I don't know, but Luka's a.
And I understand if you want to say defense, maybe the usage
carry
rate.
A squad like him. That's simple as that. Why are you looking like
he can't what?
Where did he lead him to?
Led him to the finals.
Where did he lead him to?
And didn't play in a single close game.
Cried and got smoked. And smoked, right?
Luke ain't cry.
No, we cry to the refs every other game. Yeah, every other game. Yeah, Brunson ain't doing that. Brunson don't even really talk for real.
True.
Brunson is so yo. Him and Luke ain't in the same class mentally.
Oh, fair.
Like what we talking? Yo, I watched Brunson. I ain't gonna say much in the media.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put my sneakers on.
We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
We're gonna
talk about and cerebral. We gotta talk about
mentally. He said mentally, Kieran.
When have you seen the team just start blitzing?
I'm taking Brunson before I take Luka.
When have you seen the team just start blitzing Luka and he's completely lost?
Never
in your life.
And you won't.
Not even a rookie Luka was lost out there. Don't talk about Luka
he
cerebral.
lost in the finals.
That's fine.
They ain't win shit.
That's fine. Name our starting 5.
But New York.
Name our starting 5.
New York.
Name our starting 5. Name our starting 5. Name our starting 5.
But you
couldn't name our starting 5.
The thing about it is the surrounding pieces for Luka in New York would be perfect.
Bro,
so
perfect. They're both play the same style of play.
OG can play defense.
They both do the same style of play.
Bridges can play defense.
Can we do this?
Because nuance doesn't matter to you, Shady. That's why you never want to do the one hit.
But Luka has some defenders on Dallas. Gafford, Lively, PJ, and Tim Hardaway wasn't a terrible defender.
I'm saying that's why it would work. I'm saying that's why it would work.
But it didn't work in Dallas. He had that and it didn't work in Dallas.
That's the discount version of what the Knicks have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not, bro. Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, sure, good defensively, offensively. Cat provides way more.
Okay,
now hold up. You're giving Luka now not only a big that can do some work offensively and defensively in the post. Yep. I'm also having a big that can stretch the floor and hit shots from outside. Gafford and Lively can't do that shit. OG is far better offensively and defensively than PJ Washington. You would never take. You would never in your life. Let me finish. You would never take PJ Washington over an OG Anunoby.
Correct.
Never in your life.
Correct.
Never.
But
cool.
now to tie back to the original
and what
joint.
percentage? And what performance did you get out of Kyrie Irving in that finals?
All right.
He played the worst he's played in a playoff series in his entire career.
Yeah.
I know he likes to do the what if thing. I get it. Because this is like happy sports talk. Get it, right? But we can do that for every superstar player that don't win. We can always play this game. Like Dirk Nowitzki said the same shit he's saying. I didn't have the team he had. I didn't have LeBron. I didn't have. He didn't do that. He won, didn't he? Did he not win?
He did.
Underdog.
He did.
He didn't do all this complaining, all this crying, all this bullshit. Every sports that we talk about, not boxing like the real, or not soccer, the real stuff, like football and basketball, every team can do that. If I had him, and Patrick Mahomes, so you know what? I don't have them guys like the Niners have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I shouldn't win.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? That's why in sports, and I keep telling y'all this shit, bro. When you talk on sports and sports players, bro, you gotta put your shit on and go play. You can't do the what ifs, and I had this. You can't do that.
Now the difference is with your with the nuance that you want to add to the conversation. James White is a far greater running back than you ever were. You see how dumb that sounds? If you had James White's team, if you played on the New England Patriots, you'd have more rings, you'd have more championships. You would be a better running back, maybe. All time, if you played on the New England Patriots and won 3 rings with Tom Brady. But and that's where we realize, oh, it's a team sport. Let's add some damn nuance. No, I would never take James White over LaShawn Shady McCoy. I would never do that.
This is like this. Now we just
because you don't care about nuance in sports arguments.
Does that make sense to you? And football does that? Oh no, I want you to answer. I want you to
think about
what I'm saying.
Think about if James White was the starting two.
Him using his. Hold on, let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question first.
Yep, ask me.
The shit he just said about all this. Does that even make sense for football and basketball?
We don't do the same thing in football and basketball.
Okay. No, now he said it. Do you believe him now?
Are both team sports? Yes or no?
Yes, that is true.
Do you need a solid 5 to win a championship?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Who had a better starting 5? The Dallas Mavericks or the Boston Celtics in 2024?
But who had a better starting 5? The Dallas Mavericks or Anthony Edwards?
I would say. Yeah, it was closer though. Hold on. What's a closer gap?
Yeah, what year?
What's a closer gap?
This
when Luka went to the finals.
Yeah.
Or this year's Ant-Man's team?
Last year's Ant-Man's team.
Because my man wasn't the same. McDaniels was not the same like he was this year.
Well, I say more so because Ant got hurt in the second series, so I don't really count this against Ant.
Luka with Gobert, McDaniels this year, Randle.
Last year.
Oh,
last
last
year?
That's
what I said last year, yeah.
McDaniels wasn't him. I don't
at all.
Neither wins.
But which team is better? I think that Mavericks team is a much more
because of Kai.
You got Kai. You also got Gafford, who was playing really well. Lively was playing really well.
Washington was playing really well.
PJ Washington was playing really well.
Sure.
Like Ant-Man's surrounding cast hasn't shown up for him the way that Luka did on that finals run.
Is the difference though because of Luka?
That's the question. The
difference is because of Luka. If you put Anthony Edwards on that team and Luka on the other one, this is why I like adding nuance to the conversations. Now it looks like one team is better.
Yeah,
hey, that's the point. That's the point I'm making.
Last question, Shady.
Does the best team always
win? You had Jaylen Brown to the Dallas Mavericks. They won a championship.
Does the best team always win with the best talent? Do they always win?
No.
So why we keep trying to match these freaking players up? It don't work like that, bro.
Why do we act like one player is the whole team?
What I'm saying is it's a draft, right? There's a draft.
Absolutely.
We got free agency. We want to get our star player. We're gonna lock our star player up. It's called a franchise player. Mm-hmm. You get him and then you try to match him around all these other players.
Absolutely.
That's what sports does, bro.
Yes.
The stuff you're trying to do, it's not possible. They don't do it.
I'm not saying
they don't pick and choose who you want. They don't do that.
No, but when I'm watching it analytically and I'm trying to say, oh, who's a better player? I'm not taking a team success measurement and saying that makes one player so much better because he had more players around him.
But so
you're going what you're doing, the shit you're doing is going 1-for-1 with 2 different players and saying, hey, this dude had a team accomplishment and accomplished more. So fuck all the other shit that the other player did.
See,
that's what you just did.
Because you don't look at like the achievements. Because I don't think you know how hard it is to win championships. And the motherfuckers we talking about ain't just on the bus.
Sure.
They driving. No, it's not sure it's real.
Okay.
The dudes that's driving this shit, that's why it matters so much.
Yeah.
Like, even the Tom Brady ain't the greatest talented dude.
No.
But he's the type of dude, you know what? We got, the coach is called fucking, on this drive for the winning game, he's called all passes. And I'm going to check out the passes, the runs, because I'm trying to win a championship.
Yeah.
Shit like that, you're not going to understand.
Sure.
So when we talk about success for a team, it depends who's doing it. It's certain players that just on the team that win. I ain't gonna really give them that much credit. You want to seem cool, but when you the main focal point, you the main guy like Jalen Brunson, shit like that matters.
Of course.
So when you try to throw that a success from a player winning something, you can't do that.
Michael Jordan wasn't any less great in his first 4 years in the league than he was in his 7th, 8th year. Yes, he learned some more things. He was averaging 37, his 3rd or 4th year in the league?
Third.
But he had a what playoff record?
Wait.
1-9 without Scottie Pippen.
You're telling me
he won one playoff game in his entire career without Scottie Pippen. He was great then. He was even better with better teammates. That's my point. I'm not here to discredit and say, yo, Michael Jordan back in the day wasn't shit until he got... No.
Yeah.
That's my problem. To win championships.
Everybody we talk about on these conversations, they all have somebody with them, dude.
Of course.
All right, so everybody's winning. Some has a player
that matters.
Right.
That was good.
Yeah.
That matters.
Like Luka has had players with him that was good too.
Absolutely. He made it further with Kyrie and Jalen Brunson than he ever did in the playoffs.
So
that matters.
Okay, bet. So he played with Brunson and he played with Kyrie.
Yes.
Right? So he had some other talent. My thing is he didn't win shit. You want to talk about him like he's won shit, and he didn't. Like even you bringing up Jordan. Jordan was great. When he got help, he was even greater. And when he got help, he didn't just go to the fucking finals. He won them. He won 6 of them. So that matters.
But let me ask you this though, 2-5, because I think the last point Kieran made was the only one that I'm most interested in, and then we got to get out the show. Did Jordan get better, Shady, significantly better from 88 to 91, or did his team just get better? That's the last point is the one where I'm like, you know what?
Two things can be true. I think that his team got better because people need help. But I think that you learn from shit. You learn from getting your ass beat from the Pistons. You learn from that. You learn from watching how Magic and Bird was winning. You learn from that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Every loss is like a lesson. So I think he found ways to win games. I remember Jordan talked about how everybody talked about him being a scoring champ. All he can do is score. He can't win. So you know what? Maybe at the last shot, I might throw that shit to Paxton.
Yeah.
I might throw a couple of these to Steve Kerr. You learn.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, more modern, last one. Did LeBron get way better from 2010 versus 2013 or 2007 versus 13? Like if LeBron in 07 had D Wade, Bosh, and that squad, he's not getting swept.
LeBron, I think, is not as good of an example because he did take such a big stride from the 3-point. Like when he got to Miami, he became a dog ass shooter that we hadn't seen him before.
I'm just saying,
but his game wasn't as complete.
But another thing, he's lost. This is another thing about the stuff y'all be talking about. Even if you have the team around you, that don't mean you always gonna freaking win. Yeah. He had he played the Mavs. They had and I ain't talking disrespect the team. They a champion team, but they shouldn't have won against them.
Of course, they know
if
that.
the way y'all talking about
the Mavericks shouldn't have won.
Yeah, the Mavs played them and they beat them.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Yeah. So every time it's like the guy with this player, and that don't always matter of winning.
Yeah. Sure. That's fair. Get out of here. Super chats.
Let's get to these last round of super chats. Kenny Power said, yo, Carebear and Shady, it's fight week.
It is fight week.
We got Boots making easy work
Dog.
of Xander Zayas.
That's his name. You got it right. Xander Zayas.
And then we also got Emiliano and Ben Whitaker.
Yeah.
Emiliano, that's going to be, neither one of them.
You know what, though?
Not really fighting nobody.
Yeah, they're not really fighting.
No. Let me just say this.
Vargas going to wipe the floor with him.
Bro, the dude Whitaker's fighting. Now, Whitaker, I think he's nice.
Yeah.
The dude he fighting, he can hit.
Yeah.
They call him Popeye.
Yeah.
You know who Popeye is?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's suspended.
But that's his name. That's what he hit hard as shit. He hard as shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be iffy. Ben should win if he don't mess around with him.
Yeah.
And then the Boots fight. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to that. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
I think Boots wins. I don't think he stops him, though. Like, people think I don't think he's going to stop him.
Yeah. But Vargas is going to wipe the floor with
Yeah.
Bryce. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Keeping it moving. Benjamin Todd, one of our favorite super chatters, jumped in and said, I'm not going to lie. I sneezed at the exact moment Kieran did. We're synchronized from 100 miles away. I understand the plight. I'm in your corner, Kieran. I was shocked. Ayo performed like he did. I hope he continues balling. Now listen.
Appreciate that, B-Top. Thank you for the sneeze connecting us. Instead of it being something that divides us like when Trey sneezes. And it stops the whole show.
What did he say the last part?
The last part he said was, I was shocked Ayo performed like he did. I hope he continues balling.
Okay.
Now listen, I had to get those 2 super chats out of the way, but before I get to some next ones, hit the subscribe button, okay?
Absolutely.
We've been here for too many hours, okay? Acho, I'm about to start clocking some overtime soon, so I need y'all to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and Shady's overtime is a lot higher than mine, so share the live too. That's like really probably the best thing you can do. Share the live, follow us on all social media platforms. We love to hear from our regulars. We love that y'all tune in, but we also want to have you subscribe. Exterminator Richie said, God is good.
All the time.
God is great.
And all the time.
God is good.
Matthew 2819 is the verse he cited today. He said, good evening, fellas. Can I get Carebear's take on how the U.S. will finish this World Cup? Please do elaborate. Who will be the final 2 teams this World Cup? Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe.
Give me your quarterfinals for the United States of America.
Quarterfinals.
If we can make it to the quarters, that'd be the craziest thing ever. That's my hope. I think we make it around to 16. Probably end up dropping a game there, but anything can really happen with this team and the way they play in the first half. I don't know. Pochettino, he keeps guys on a little bit too long, in my opinion. Like he's not as quick with the subs as I would like. But in bigger games, that might change. So
final 2 teams.
Final 2 teams. I low key.
I think Argentina got
France. I'm going France. I'm gonna go France and Spain. Okay. I'm gonna go France and Spain. Argentina's gonna be tough to beat. Well, I need to see them get a little more busy other than just Messi, but they are playing like super duper together right now. They look like they did last time they won it. So we'll see.
Acho, do you know Matthew 28:19 off the top of your head?
Go you therefore make disciples of all nations.
Come on, easy work for my dog Acho. Listen, it's the one said if Donald shows inconsistency, I think Sanders could give a spark and make Seattle scary. Darnold is what he meant to say. LXOW said, what do y'all think about Sanders going to Pittsburgh? Who do they have other than
Drew
Aller? And after then, old man Jenkins, Perk Rogers.
Love that.
That wouldn't be bad. Yeah. That wouldn't be bad at all.
Quarterback,
that's really good.
Quarterback
really
whisper,
good.
Yeah, that is great. Misfit Red said, hot take, none of the quarterbacks drafted in 2025 make it to their next contracts as starters. That was a class of clipboard holders.
2025?
Last year was 25.
Last year.
Shedeur, Cam Ward.
Damn.
Man.
Yeah, that was a class of clipboard
No,
holders.
they'll get it. They always figure a way to pay them dudes.
I'm going to keep it moving while Kieran gets that pulled up. Fighting 185
Tyler
said,
Shuck's going to play.
y'all keep doubting Ayo. He's going to be great. Bulls effed up by letting him go. Also, can't listen to Shady talk about someone proving it or earning it after all the excuses he's made for Caitlin Clark all this time.
Man, we talking about some... Man, come on, man.
Did you had it pulled up? You said Shuck. Yeah, Shuck's not gonna be a clipboard holder.
I think Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart not.
They
Jackson
love
Dart.
that. They love that.
Caitlin Clark is not even in these dudes' conversation, man.
Bilal Billions 03 says Sabonis to Minnesota, or are y'all comfortable with Nas Reed slotted into Randle's spot? Listen, Nas is a dog, bro.
Nas is a dog, but you like him off the bench. Get Sabonis.
Exactly.
Sabonis, bro. Sabonis, that'd be nice.
Yeah. I think he compliments Gobert really well.
Compliments him, or they step on each other's toe. All they just get bored.
Yeah, that's true.
And they send the paint.
Yeah, but Sabonis can.
That's you know what? Never mind.
Sabonis is a better scorer. He can stretch the floor a little bit. He get you 18 to 20 feet.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's not really stretching the floor.
It's a lot more stretching than Rudy does.
A lot more stretching
than what Rudy
but
does.
But not as much as what Randle did. Randle will hover around the 3-point line, even if he shouldn't.
But what Sabonis lacks in 3-point shooting, he makes up for in efficiency.
Fair.
As opposed to Randle. So I do like efficiency, especially when you already got a shot chucker in Ant. Vincenzo's gonna get his shots up. McDaniel's gonna get his shots up. So I like it. Top Shotter said, Trey, why they still got you sitting at an elementary school desk? Question: would y'all rather lose 50% of your net worth or have your group chats with the homies read publicly on a major network?
Shit.
What group? It depends what group chat.
It depends on the group chat.
Speakeasy group chat, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I like this group chat. Yeah.
Speakeasy group chat, y'all can read that. Yeah.
I'm not in a single group chat I would give a damn about being read on the public.
Really?
Damn,
not
really?
One?
Not one.
Yeah. Oh, no, I got a couple. Yeah.
Not one.
Not one.
Not a single one?
Not more than I would care about losing 50%
of
my net worth.
What if they
already ain't worth shit?
Okay. What if they played?
I can't afford to lose 5, let alone 50.
What if they released a transcript of all of your gaming chats with all of your friends?
Gaming
everything on the Xbox Live party dating back to you being a teenager.
Ooh, I said some foul stuff. I said some foul stuff on Xbox.
If that ever got leaked, boy,
I'd be in trouble. I'd be canceled.
Nah, super canceled.
Super duper canceled. I'd be. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that one. Last one I got is from JoJo04D3G. Said, "Damn, it's hot in the Speakeasy tonight." But Carebear and Shady both have great points, but Dirk team was better than that Heat team. A lot of people do feel like that way. In hindsight,
who feel like that way?
A lot of people.
I don't think they were better just because of the superstars, but they were a far more complete team.
Yes. Bro, yes. And more experience. Again, depth, defense, and experience. The Mavericks had more than that.
I can't say experience because D-Wade and
experience.
D-Wade and Bron both been in the finals.
Sure, they've been to finals. Dirk been to finals before. Jason Terry been to finals before. Jason Kidd have been in numerous playoff games. So you had older J.
Who's the little Spanish dude though? He was going crazy.
J. Barea was going stupid.
J. went to the finals too.
Yeah, J. Kidd went to the finals. So they all went to the finals. Look, you had J. Kidd. Hold on.
A lot of people are
more complete. I don't think they were better. But look, you had J. Kidd, who was an amazing. I mean, at that point, facilitator, and he could hit the three.
But he was 37. Kieran.
Doesn't matter. He was still running that offense like it was nothing. J. Kidd was like Chris Paul at that point, and he can still play a little defense.
Still Mr.
J. Kidd. Yeah, good defense. You had J. Kidd. You had the best one of the best shooters off the bench in the entire league. Jason Terry had a strap.
Yeah, but like
then you had Dirk
for real.
But this is the piece that everybody forgets about. Tyson Chandler won Defensive Player of the Year. He was a defensive anchor in there, bro. That's what really frustrated them more than anything, though.
That's the one.
Having Tyson Chandler in the interior messed up Bron, messed up
D-Wade.
And Wade.
Because Bron's game had expanded to the 3-point line.
Y'all go look at the scores in those games. We was locking them up, bro. And during that entire playoff run, too.
Any coach would rather coach the Heat.
Hell yeah.
So, like, I know we try and make the argument. I get all that. But that team was better than them.
Shady, the only way I push back, though, if you look at the teams that they had to beat to get there, you would much rather coach the Lakers, who coming off the back-to-back championships with Powell, D-Fish, Lamar. Then you would much rather coach the Thunder, we beat the hell out of them. Then you would much rather coach the Heat. So it's like, at some point, you do have to kind of look back at the team. That's the greatest playoff run ever.
Yeah, but I know when we look at it now that they won. But
that's true.
Before that series
you
started,
wouldn't have taken them.
Nobody was doing that.
Even in Dallas,
but
we didn't think we were going to win that.
Sleep on Dirk. Dirk was him, bro.
Dirk was amazing.
Dirk was the best player in that series.
Dirk was a dog. The biggest thing, for the Mavericks, though, they shrunk the floor on LeBron. Which is why he came back the next 2 years and shot a lot better from the 3-point line because he knew that was the biggest hole in his game.
Tyson Chandler letting him go was the biggest mistake.
Get us out of here,
but look, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Speakeasy. We will be back tomorrow after you hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button and you hit that bell button. You'll know that we're going live tomorrow, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. Trey's daughter Malin's not in the building, so we will not be respecting Mountain Time on the show tonight. I'm Kieran Hickey Simple. It's been LaShawn, Shady, McCoy, Emmanuel, Acho, Social Trey, and everyone in the bike.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
Make some noise in the bike. Fellas, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Here in the Speakeasy.
What a show.
Oh, man.
Great show. Hey, no. Oh, come on. We already showed that.